Hello and welcome to another Toonkind D&D game. My name is Candlestick and I will be your DM for the day. This is Apotheosis, and I absolutely butchered the name of saying it. But yes, this is the conclusion to the treble clef arc. I have been running very, very, very slowly over the last 6 months. And I am absolutely delighted to be here and excited with all of my absolutely wonderful players. Who would you like to introduce yourself, who you're playing, and how they're feeling right now?
Oh, I'm at the top. Cool, that never happens. Hi, I'm Whis. I'm playing Chifley Forde. He's unhappy. He's very unhappy right now.
Understandable.
Hi, I'm Apotheosis. Today I'll be playing with TikTok again. And apparently everything is fine. Everything's fine. But no, fuck that. Anyways.
Hello, my name is Dewp Kieran. I'm going to be playing Eenie, Miney and Mo, and weirdly enough, they're doing all right. They've got something to focus on now. It's not a great situation. This is bad. This isn't great. But also, oh hey, something else to do. Good. Yes.
And hi, I'm Kraken. I'm playing Craigory Danthew Devran, and he doesn't know that anything is wrong. So he's doing great.
Bless.
God bless him. He's a picnic and we love him. Speaking of, hi everyone, it's Vwild. I'm spreading my arms here again with the bullshit. I'm balancing two characters today. The wonderful detective Stagehand, who's very much at this moment going, it's Tuesday. And my other character is someone who's been seen a few times, the sketch Morpha, also known as Mirror, also known as identity theft in living form, as we will see.
And we love her.
We love her so much. She's caused so many incidents off screen with her identity theft problems.
Fantastic.
I'm looking.
All right. Then now to decide. Let's start with TOC and Eenie, Miney, and Mo. So you guys have heard that everything is fine from Detective Lynn on the phone. Crystal is apparently staying at her apartment tonight, along with her sister, and that's all you guys know currently.
Well, I mean, as far as Eenie, Miney and Mo are concerned, that means like, all right, okay, so we can go. We'll just go over and check on them then. Make sure our nets is still put together and stuff. I mean, she might have taken something out. She better not have taken anything out of it. And they're probably just muttering to themselves as they're sticking one leg out of the window and another head to make their way, just, casually as you please, down the side of the building to head over to Crystal's, probably.
You hear a door slam and TOC stalks out of the house, cursing to themselves in sign language.
Cool,
Also in the direction you're thinking of going.
Sorry, could you say that again?
They're cursing to themselves in sign language, stomping down the street in the direction of the place you were thinking about going.
Okay, cool. What's your passive perception?
Your passive perception?
Mm-hmm.
What is your passive perception? That would be a 20.
Not that high.
No, that's
not. Well, a deck save, please.
Oh my god.
I have a question. Would this happen to be a grapple check save?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, no advantage for you. Sorry, barbarian, for you.
Here and
I feel
now.
as though I know what's coming.
Oh boy.
Cool. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna check something on their part. That's gonna be One of
Can
those.
I just say, I am sitting here and now in knowing some very good swears in sign language and just trying to think how those would translate to bird feather hands, and I am living.
Excellent. Yeah, see, you can't really get away from the. It's a little too late for you to hear the of something thumping behind you, and you hear a quick little shout of a in chicken fella. Where you heading off to?
They tilt their head all the way back, like upside down to regard you, like, what?
Oh, by the way, has TOC seen what they look like currently?
Given that they've been living in the same very small apartment, probably. I don't think they've commented because the last time things were a little bit awkward, and also they do seem like the sort of person who would try cosplay.
Oh my god.
What's going on? I'm just going to put a quick ref of what Eenie, Miney, and Mo currently look like. So for the classroom clay they appear behind without the green collars on. Those don't worry about those. Yeah, they just pop down behind you, TOC, and say, "So where you heading off to?"
I'm going to go check on Crystal because apparently everything is fine.
I mean, she's back at her apartment now, so it's probably alright. But considering, a lot of stuff's happened, and it's probably not a good idea to let her stew by herself. Yeah, considering you let her stew by herself for a few months, and that sort of didn't really go well, so we should probably just, do a quick check. And, I mean, you can roll something else again, because you're going to see Miney, the middle head, kind of lean down, and they're going to try and pick you up.
I think that they just sort of hold up a wing, like, nope, I do not consent.
They stop, and then they just kind of look at you and are like, "Well, how are we going to get... I don't know how fast you can run, mate, but if you want to get there quickly, because apparently you're so worried, then you might want to just let us..." And they just kind of lean down and kind of click their beak at you.
They flutter up onto your back and just sort of like potato shape themselves there.
Okay. You roll me a strength save.
A strength save? Sure.
The minute you touch their back starts to rattle, like the armored plate you start to rest on just kind of rattles. You hold on, but they seem to kind of shake as you rest on their back, and they're like, "Do you mind, like, look, mate, we don't mind getting there lifted."
They flutter up onto the middle head.
Hey, pecking and Eenie, Mo, get them off. Oh, okay, hold still, hold very, very still. And this is where I roll to hit. Okay, come on then. I'm gonna have to try and beat my own armor class. Let's see.
Good sentences.
This game is off to a swell start.
This is how you should start.
I'm so sorry that we have already derailed your game.
No, this is
We derailed
fantastic.
it before we even started.
Well. Good news. Mo misses. He kind of wings and a miss. Unfortunately, Eenie tonks against the side of Miney's head, which reverberates quite loudly.
Well done.
Well done. I don't know if the chicken is still on there. But
I like to think that they have like instinctively fluttered off and are just now watching this.
Congratulations. As Eenie tongs against Miney's head, Miney's just like, you picnicking? I said get the chicken, not me. Well, I did get the chicken. It just so happened the chicken was on you. Yes, well, maybe aim better next time.
They are walking away. They are walking away.
Well, it's a good thing Eenie and Miney are now just kind of dong, dong, dong. You're going to hear that as they follow behind you. And mode just
Marvelous.
steers the body.
Jeez.
Oh, fantastic. So this is how you guys make your way to Crystal's apartment then, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Yep. You hear
they-
horrible metal trash can noises
Yeah.
coming down the street towards you.
Pretty much.
Question, how do you guys plan to get into the apartment?
I mean, No.
Historically and classically through the door.
See now, TFC would take the door.
Boy.
Eenie, Miney, and Mo have their own entryway.
Yes.
They
I'm
kind
just
of
gonna
look.
open Rye's character sheet just in case.
That might not be a bad idea.
As you TOC, as you go towards the door, you're gonna hear, where are you going? TOC, where are you going, mate?
They gesture at the door.
Like, all three heads kind of just look at each other and look down and you say, yeah, you don't use the door. You don't use the door. Come on, we'll show you how to get in properly. And I go over to the side of the building, and I'm gonna roll.
They're going to watch from a healthy distance.
Well, you're going to see them crouch down, do a little wiggle, and then kind of Naruto on their way up the side of the building, hopping from ledge to windowsill to ledge, and then with a flourish and like a bang, they perch onto a windowsill. And then look down at you and say,
Yeah, so the window's shut.
okay.
Just getting Rye's dice.
So whilst Miney leans his head down and says, yeah, since you're such a spry chicken and, you seem to, you seem to know your way around these sorts of things. This is how you're actually supposed to get inside. I mean, you can take the door, but, doors are a bit boring.
TOC is ringing the beeper to be led into the building.
Just
Like,
giving him a shout.
without losing eye contact, you're just like beep.
And he just shouts, "You're so boring!" And would you say it's 12 enough to pick the lock on the window? Or get the window open?
I mean, it's just a regular window latch, so I would say a 12 is fine.
Excellent.
I will
Mo,
say,
with his snap.
I will say, Crystal has not noticed anything out of the ordinary with that fight.
Well enough to notice the three-headed ostrich trying to break into the apartment window.
I feel like
Look, it's
12
all
is
background
enough.
noise at this point. Excellent.
Actually, it might be funny if they're trying to unlock the window and Rai just opens it on them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's gonna walk up and like... No, he's not seen the armor before. He's not
Exactly.
seen the
Does
armor
White
before.
recognise what the hell is on this windowsill?
Let's roll some dice and find out.
I feel like Crystal's heading towards the door to get TOC. Meanwhile, Rye's heading towards the windowsill to let whatever the hell this weird bird is in.
Intelligence, I guess?
I think Crystal is focusing.
Focusing.
Crystal is focusing on cleaning up the ice in her apartment. She has not heard either the door or the window.
Yeah, that's a 19 on an intelligence from Rye. I think he's tweaked. He only knows one three-headed ostrich. He's just gonna go over it. Click.
Hi, guys. What are you doing? What are you wearing?
Oh, little right fella! And they're just gonna kind of scooch past you, kind of big-bodedly, like, "Oh, little right fella, how you doing, mate? Oh, it's good to see you, right? Oh, yeah, no, this is just how we get in, It's just, it's our front door, as it were." And they just kind of squidge past and pop into the apartment.
Okay. Miss Crystal. Miney and Mo are here.
Hi. Hi.
Beautiful. Excellent.
Nat 20. Beautiful.
By the way, just before we deal with that, has TOC made it up to the door yet?
I assume there's some sort of security that they have to like get into the building first, but like
Stairs.
It's a college campus, so I don't actually think there's that much in terms of security. Just stairs.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a 40 feet move speed, and like they would probably dash just to make sure that they don't Eenie Miney Mo don't wreck the joint before they get there.
The mental image of a chicken running upstairs, just turn around in a corner.
Wait, I do have to correct you because it is a perfectly ordinary chicken, except for their very intense cartoon angry eyebrows.
Oh god.
I'll forget those.
I'm just imagining there's just people pausing in the corridors and stuff. They're just sort of moving out of the way and staring at this chicken as it just dashes past.
It's
a
chicken
college-
at 2 times speed. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, eventually there is a at the door.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna go get the door. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
And he's gonna run over. Quick, open the door. No one, and look down.
Hi, chicken.
They sign hello, is Crystalline?
Roy's gonna perk up a little bit, and there's a red and gold exclamation mark sort of pop up as he recognizes the tune sign.
Oh, yes. It's a little bit cold in the apartment at the minute, but I'll tell her that you're here.
I have feathers. I'll manage. They walk in.
Oh, that reminds me. Should I roll a deck save on entering? Is the ice floor slippery?
It's not a sheet of ice. It was more like there was big spikes of it that had sprung out of the floor. So it's not so much like an ice skating rink, and more, it's a bit more of a danger zone.
Yeah, they have been.
Excellent.
Crystal has been using prestidigitation on it to help clear it up. Since everything that happened. But it's still probably pretty cold in here.
Yeah. I'm picturing that TOC just sort of goes between Rye's legs, and he does that lift one up as this chicken walks under. He's like,
Okay, Miss Crystal, there's a chicken here too.
That would be TOC. That would be Talk.
Okay. There are a lot of birds in the apartment now.
Yes.
To be fair, we were the first bird here. Yeah, they just kind of came in afterwards. We didn't even really invite them. They just showed up and they just head over towards their nest. And I'm gonna roll a quick. Actually, I'm not gonna roll anything. They're just gonna look their nest over, make sure there's no ice on it. I don't actually know.
loads of ice.
Cool.
Yep, it is.
Very cool, one might say.
They immediately look down at this nest. They look back and look down at this nest. And if you're not looking at them, you're just going to hear the sounds of industrial work noise, chisels, tools. There's dust flying in the air, which is strange because this isn't dust, but yeah, there sure do be sawdust flying through the air.
TOC is going to go over to Crystal, if they can, and just sign. We got an extremely concerning phone call. Someone came, phoned the apartment and said that everything was fine.
By the way, you both can roll perceptions if you would like.
Oh, perception.
Oh, sure, perception.
Yeah, boy.
But
Sorry, I just forgot that the chicken was broken.
You jinxed yourself.
Nice.
It's still a 15.
It is. I can't believe that modifier. You can obviously see the ice in the apartment. Both of you can obviously see the ice everywhere in the apartment that Rye and Crystal are trying to get rid of. You can both also see that Crystal is not wearing the same thing she went out in this morning. She's wearing sweatpants and I don't know if you guys would recognize it. You might recognize the handiwork, but she's wearing the Animus jumper that she got from Juniper for Animus. TSC, that's all you get. Eenie, Miney, and Mo. Crystal is kinda out of it.
Okay.
In response to TOC, Crystal's gonna be, yeah, that would be Detective Stagehand. She called back for me.
Detective Goldie? Okay. I think we just sort of hob up next to her. Oh, sorry. You go with.
Oh, Rye's just musing in the background. Oh, there's only a few people who call her that.
TUC sort of brightens at them, like, yes, that's what Juniper calls them. And they smile because they enjoy talking about Juniper very much.
No. Oh, yeah.
I will point out, Cassie is not here. Is the other thing you get from that perception.
Both of them?
Yes, both of them.
As you hear more of those chainsaw wrangling, chiseling noises coming from the nest, you're just gonna see Enie's head poke up and look around and say, "So, where's your sister? Wasn't she supposed to be here as well?"
Oh boy, Whis time save.
Rye's just gonna straight up roll a deception. Oh, Rye.
Everything is fine. There is no problems in Basing safe.
Oh, okay, that's
That
that would be at disadvantage.
dear.
And that was a nat one.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
So as soon as you say that, Crystal, who had sort of been like, definitely like functional, even if she's kind of distracted and not all there, and like seems to be focusing on her tasks of like trying to clean up the apartment, just stops and bursts into tears, and they took her.
Oh, Peck.
Shit, okay. They're immediately abandoning the nest and heading over ASAP.
Same. She is being wrapped up in several fluffy hugs.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence save for them.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh god. Crystal, I'm very sorry, honey. You are gonna feel plop like down. Yeah, you're gonna feel 3 points of very burning hot contact. As all three of them put their heads. You feel burning points of contact on tops of your shoulders and on the top of your head.
okay. Well, at least her shoulders are fine because she does have a big fluffy jumper on there. But the top of her head,
Okay.
yeah, she is going to take a little bit of damage from that.
TUC pecks them off like, off, you're wearing iron.
They kind of step away and they're like, "The peck are you picking us for?" And they just kind of stop.
For Rye. see whether or not he knows anything about Faye. Oh yeah, 17.
Oh, iron is a problem. Yeah, okay. Right. Let's get Miss Crystal somewhere comfy to sit. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And he's gonna prestidigitation some of the couch so that it is not cold.
Yeah, so she's
Um,
she's
Might even produce flame, then prestidigitation. Just one after the other. Produce flame, prestidigitation. Produce flame, prestidigitation.
Okay, we have comfy, not damp, not cold couch. Here, Miss Crystal, come and sit down. I'll go put the kettle on again. And make more tea. Oh boy.
all you're getting out of her is currently they took her and I couldn't do anything.
Fan-fucking-tastic. TUC makes eye contact with first Mo, then Miney, then Eenie.
I mean, you certainly get visor contact. And they have not moved from where Crystal was kind of walked away to sit down. They're just kind of standing there. And then they just turn around, turn their back to Crystal, and head into the kitchen, following after I.
Rai is muttering under his breath as many swear words in giant as he knows, which is probably about 4. So he's just repeating them over and over and over again, and then an occasional peck, and then giant peck. He's just like, what the?
Little lad. Right, you're gonna hear it hear from behind you. And you're gonna feel something like gently nudge you in the side and just say, why don't you go sit down? We can do the tea.
No, I'm okay. I'm staying here to help look after Miss Crystal while my mom goes to go and sort this whole thing out. Okay, so that's it. I don't mind making tea. It's okay.
And whilst we're here, you don't have to make the tea. So go sit down and we will make the tea. When we go, you can take up your tea time orders as you want. And you are kind of getting sort of gently but forcefully shoved into a chair.
There's going to be... I'm not even going to roll him to resist because he has a -2 strength modifier. It's like, you shove him and he just sort of collapses into the chair. Okay, sure. He just sort of puts his hands in his lap. All right.
And
I'll just wait.
whilst we're making and brewing this thing up, do you mind telling us what exactly is going on? Because we're not really got much information about what's going on. Apparently, something's wrong. And we don't know what's going on. So, mind helping us remedy that, mate?
Roll a persuasion.
Boy, what is your persuasion? No, it's... Hang on, let's not go on the wrong zone. 23 do it?
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Rai sort of fiddles with his fingers a little bit and looks away and...
I probably shouldn't tell you because it's a case and everything, but so Miss Cassie is missing, and so my mom and Mr. Chifley went to go and rescue her. And Mr. Chifley's very upset, which is why everything's covered in ice. But he wouldn't let Mom leave him behind, so that's why he's gone.
You get 2 slow nods of the head as Enie's focusing on making the tea, and you can hear quiet mutterings. You can't quite make out what they're saying. Mo kind of nods his head, turns back to what he says. Right, so Cassie's gone. Right, okay. And is that all you've got? She's gone? No leads, nothing? Nowhere to look. You know where your mum
they-
and this fella have gone off to?
Well, I mean, she didn't tell me where they were going, but they seem to have some idea.
It's alright. Is your mum here? Your mum and this icy fella?
Oh, well, they've left already.
Oh no, we know we've left. And you get a bit of a smirk smile and they're like, oh, it's not a matter of where they've left, it's were they here is what we need to know.
Oh, no, they were definitely here, but they're not now. They already left to go and save Miss Cassie.
Get a single nod of the head. Then that's all we need to know, mate. So thanks for that.
Tilts
And
of
by
the
the
head.
Don't worry about it. By the time that finishes, Enie's finished the tea. And then he picks up the saucer with his beak and it just rattles as he brings it over and clinks it down in front of Fry. And says, so what's going to happen is you're going to hold down the fort as your mother's probably told you. And we are going to assist in sorting this all out. And, we know you're going to hold down this place, and I don't think there's anyone else at the moment, apart from maybe, no, actually, I think you can do the job, mate. I want you to make sure nothing happens to Crystal while we're going off and getting her sister. So you make sure, do your job, yeah?
No, of course. The only reason why I let you in is because I know you.
Now, see, mate, that's the thing. Even if you know someone, don't necessarily just kind of, let them in. And, even if you didn't want us in, I mean, if we wanted in, we'd get in. You'd have to really, really fight us if you wanted us to keep us out, mate. And they reach out one of their claws and, they go to ruffle your head and they pause and they see that your head is just, there's nothing to ruffle. So they just kind of curl their claw into a finger and they just kind of on the top of your head. Oh my
Rye's
god.
gonna bat them off.
You just get free chuckles. And they nod to say, hello, little Rye fella. We'll trust you with Crystal while we're away, mate. And, hopefully the chicken might be here to help you hold down the fort, because I doubt they're gonna leave Crystal like this. So, look, you lot take care of each other, yeah? And they're gonna look at each other and nod at you. And then they're gonna reach over, get the two other mugs of tea they prepared for the other two, and make their way out.
Ray is a very confused lad right now.
As is what happens when you have a conversation with these three.
Yeah, basically.
I guess we smash cut back to chicken.
Yeah. So that was, I didn't know what else to roll, so I rolled a persuasion for just how coherent Crystal is being to getting what happened out to TOC, because I imagine that's what a TOC is trying to work out.
Yeah, they're in support animal mode, which is something that they do for this group astonishingly regularly. They're curled up underneath her hands and being as fluffy as possible, and just basically trying their best to get the same info that Rye imparted to the fellas out of Crystal.
Yeah, I think with that 10 you probably haven't picked up everything. There's probably a and then sort of deal in between it a lot, as so some of the words are garbled and stuff, but around tears, but you are getting the main gist of it.
I think that at the very last, they sort of bring her down and touch her forehead to theirs, and they sign, "Thank you for being so brave." I know this is the last thing you have ever wanted to happen. I know how hard it is. Do you want me here, or do you want me at Cassie's side?
I don't know. I just want her to be. I want her to be okay. I want her back. I never wanted any of this to happen.
I know. It's not your fault, my dear.
But I couldn't do anything.
You're doing something now. You're waiting for her to come home to you. You're keeping your hope. You're staying strong.
And there's more tears as she nods.
Mm. I think like they are sort of casting a resentful glance at the kitchen because it's like, son of a bitch, you get back here and you comfort your friend. So they'll just sort of snuggle in and be soft and warm as much as they can, and try not to let her see their expression too quickly because they are aware that their gaze is just burning. Someone fucking took one of their people. Okay, that's fine. This will be fine.
She's calming down.
Somebody gonna die. Somebody gonna die.
Nice.
Somebody gonna die to chicken.
I think the tears have sort of slowed by now. And I think this is probably the point where Miney and Mo come in with the tea.
Excellent. With either of you, like, well, I don't know if Crystal wants to roll an insight in the way she is at, but hey, we're author, wonderful chicken friend, TOC, would you like to roll insight?
Sure. Would perhaps the other two like to roll insight on the chicken?
What is that insight?
I'm not gonna roll insight on Crystal at the moment because she's a little bit too preoccupied right now.
Oh my god!
Damn, that's another nat
Oh my
20.
Two
god.
nat 20s in a row.
Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up.
What is this?
Great.
Okay, who do you want to go first? Who wants to spill the deets?
I think that
Spill
like
the tea.
no, don't spill the tea. They'd only just made it. It's hot. Anyways, I like to think that like the 2/4 birds in the room sort of like glance at each other and like, okay, they're both about to do the same thing. They're both feeling the same thing. They're both like, yeah, okay. War pastime.
Agreed. You will also get, as they look down at you, you see the kind of, there's just the briefest stutter of a pause. Actually, it's pretty obvious. They only got an 11 on their deception. They are looking at you, and you see the saucers and mugs in their hands just kind of rattle a bit as they put them down. And you get the impression they look at you and they look at Crystal, and they look at you and they look at Crystal, and they kind of click, click, click their claws onto the floor a little bit, and shiver. They look agitated, they look annoyed, and they keep looking at you, and they're looking away, and they're looking at you, and they're looking at Crystal, and you think, oh, are they jealous? They can't touch Crystal right now. They're covered in armor. Usually, this is their job. This is their job. Instead, there is a small, tiny chicken in a place that they should be.
The small tiny chicken is like, get over yourself. like the eyebrows go down like, this is okay, you're going to focus on this instead of the issue. I will let you do this. When you three are ready to be an adult and we can go murder some people together, that's when I'll engage.
There are 3 heads. They can all focus on different things.
And yet they can't multitask.
I call them out. I'll tell you. But yes, there is that moment. They see that you're not going to stick around for this. You're not sticking around. You're coming with, irregardless. And they know that you know that they know that they're going. They're just kind of like, yeah, no. Just kind of stand back and look around. I'm gonna roll investigation. Because they're going to see if there's anything they can use to track Lynn and the unknown ice person.
Casey is going to turn to Crystal. So where are the others searching?
Now, I know Lynn put this together. I'm gonna say, for the sake of plot, that 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 Crystal actually does know this, and is able to give you guys, at the very least, her agency, which is the GM agency. You guys are gonna have to find it on your own, but because she doesn't know where it is, but she can at least give you the name.
Hey, Candle, this would be the Stagehand's Requiem?
No, she doesn't know where Lynn lives, but she can tell you where they're going.
Because I was going to say, TOC has been there.
Actually, TOC has, but not anymore because Lynn moved to Halloween Town. They moved the entire friggin' building.
Yeah.
Oh! I mean, anyone in Mo knows where that is.
But you would, however, know it from, like, straight up Crystal, you would know because of Lynn's business card, and there's always a thing about Lynn's agency that whenever you need the Stagehand's Requiem, you always know how to find it.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, then yeah, she can give you the address of the Stagehand's Requiem as well.
TOC's like, oh, that building. Okay. Finish their tea.
A building that has entirely moved location since you last saw it.
Why don't we just take network and move her over there?
And we thought it would work until Lynn fought and punched a god in the face. Don't worry about it, that's an entirely different plot.
Yeah, so you guys have your address now, and Crystal seems to be calming down, and I don't know how Rai is doing, but probably better than Crystal.
Oh yeah, he's just in a state of confusion, really. It is like, while the two birds were staring at each other, I kind of just pictured Rye just leaning out through the kitchen door and just sort of watching. It's like, okay. Oh boy, this is gonna have to go in my report.
I think, like, TOC will, like, go behind Rye and sort of, like, take a step, to, like, herd him, him, thank you. Him closer to Crystal, like, basically menace him into sitting quietly on the couch next to her.
Okay. I think it'd only take a couple of little pecks to the back of his little twiggy legs before it's okay, I'm going. Jeez, calm down, chicken.
Oh my god, you've been harassed, you've been corralled by a chicken.
And, like, once he sits, he gets, like, a reassuring little preen. Like, good job.
Ah.
Rye is so confused.
The
You're about
grandma
to get a little
chicken
bit
is
more confused. You're about to get a little bit more confused, right? And also probably Crystal. As all 3 heads kind of lean themselves back and they seem to disappear into like the feathers on their back, and you hear like a weird rummaging noise, and then all 3 heads come back up, and each of them are holding something different. One of them, leans down and gently plops something on Crystal's lap. The other one leans over and plops something in Rye's lap. And then the third one kind of throws something over the both of you.
Are you gonna make us roll perception of what these are?
I don't know if Crystal's in its state to know at the moment, but I mean, Rye, the thing that's in your lap, you look at it, you pick it up. It seems to be a dagger, like a small knife dagger, made of with a kind of seashell handle. And Mo looks down at you and says, I don't know if you've got any other weapons, but if all else fails, whether you're a magic user or not, poke him with the pointy end, yeah?
Okay. I think I can do that. Yeah.
And the thing they have wrapped around you is basically 3 scarves, kind of buttoned together into one. It's very long and pearlescent. It has like a weird pearlescent glow. It's also kind of slightly translucent. And for some reason, it's both a slight chill, like a slight coolness, but it also does still keep you warm. It's a very strange juxtaposition, but you do feel warm for having it on. It is long enough to like wrap around Rye and Crystal.
Yeah, I don't think Crystal has made much acknowledgement of this.
That's fair. Just for funsies, the one that Crystal has is of amber,
Cool.
with an amber handle. But yeah, that's what you guys get.
Okay. Well, I'll take good care of Miss Crystal. Don't you worry about that.
All 3 heads nod you solemnly and said, yes, it might be an idea because from the last one we checked, she didn't actually know how to use a dagger very well. We did try and teach her, but instead she just started casting spells and she actually irritated like a nest of wasps as well. We kind of had to run away from that. So really, I think it is in everyone's best interest that you be the one. Actually, maybe you should have that. And they just kind of look at the knife and then they look at you.
You see, it's already moved into Rye's lap.
I can use a dagger.
Congratulations. You have to know.
You were the one who.
Yeah, absolutely, dear.
You were the one who put the wasp nest on the dummy.
Rye doesn't know that. It's fine.
If nothing else, Rye is just happy that indignant correction of falsehoods has broken Crystal out of her funk.
Yeah.
One claw is held up very closely to Crystal's face. It's not touching her, but they're just here like a coming from Miney.
Don't you shush me.
You hear a much quieter.
I thought you were going to help find Miss Cassie.
Oh yeah. Should probably go on that.
No,
Yes,
too
let's go. And they
much.
just kind of turn on the floor.
Yeah, I think before you guys leave, Crystal does call out, "Do be safe and come back."
We will.
I mean, it's a bit hard to get rid of us. Yeah, you've kind of noticed how hard it is to keep us down.
Yeah.
They will.
All right. And with that, so where are you guys headed now? Are you guys headed to the Stagehand's Requiem?
I think so.
I was
Yeah.
gonna try and ask if I could roll a survival to see if I could track specifically Lynn and
Well, there
Not
is
sure
actually a
if
fun
that's
fact
gonna
on
work.
that. Because you can try, but all you'll get is they were in the building, and then they went to the door, and there is no trace of them outside the door, outside the window, or anywhere.
Yep,
You
Ice
see,
abruptly
it's like-
stops.
Eenie, Miney, Mo. We are toons. We can scene change.
It's not even
They look
that.
down
It's
at you.
magical bullshit.
Look down at you. And then they look back for the door. And I'm just gonna say for the sake of the gag that Crystal has a letterbox. Because Eenie sticks his head and beak through the letterbox and just shouts, "Rye, is your mother a ghost?"
No, that's our neighbor.
Oh, right. Did your neighbour pop by?
No.
TFC is leaving.
And this is how the scene change happens.
Yep.
I love them. I love them, Your Honor.
So, now we're back at the Stagehand Requiem, and we shall start with Lynn and Chifley. And is Morpha there as well?
Yep, Morpha's here as well. Morpha doesn't look like herself. She looks like a wonderful Frankenalley tune because, yes, Morpha, you commit identity theft on a regular and you found a design you like.
I love them. Yeah. So, I will say as well, for just mechanics' sake, you have somehow managed to gain a long rest in the time you've been there, so mechanically long
Yep.
rest.
He is. Yep. Thank you. Much appreciated. He is still upset, visibly upset, but he is trying really hard to not just freeze the house. Probably, network is probably contributing, just making a little hot bubble of air around him. Like, no, you can stay in your little ice. This is your ice zone. Draw a box on the floor. It's warm everywhere else, except for just around him.
Yes, their network has a. There is a slight hum to the air, and it is the There is a sort of. Chifley doesn't know it, but it's the greeting hum of just. Hey, little one's bringing mum of mine. Oh, hey, Morpha of ours. Oh, good one. Okay.
Yeah,
Dial
he's
up
not.
the
He's not
heating.
met Chifley before. Mm.
Exactly. She's not met this one. This one is just cold and probably a client. Very cold.
I mean, not wrong.
Turn up the heating. The heating bill, if we didn't have wood in the fireplace and such, the heating bill would probably be going up, but hey!
I forgot about that.
I will never forget about that ever.
Bless.
Lynn has pulled out like lots of. She's got files on different people. She's got one of her one of her conspiracy boards down on the wall and is checking stuff over and going, okay, different things. Douglas Madea. Okay, if we can get this, we got the specific agency, so we can probably go there as a takedown, or it might even be the base of operations. We'll see. And she's mainly speaking in common, but she is also slipping into Grox and even Giant as she's working through stuff and making a few connections.
No, Chifley will not understand the giant, but he will understand the common and the Grolix. But he's just sort of standing there. He's still got his arms folded. He doesn't know exactly what Lynn's thinking. Because I think the revelation about the theatre was inside Lynn's head, not out of her mouth. So
Oh yeah,
Yep.
it straight up was. I will also note, Chifley, the Frankenalley 2 next to you has not taken her eyes off you this entire time. It might be slightly disconcerting. She hasn't blinked.
let me roll to see whether or not he noticed. And then maybe if he cares. Okay. Step 1. What's your perception? +4. So that's a 16. Yeah, he's noticed. That's not what I rolled. I rolled a 12, not a 14. But anyway. Yeah, okay. Alright, Alright, we say, do you care? No, I don't think so. Okay. Nah, he's fine. He's noticed. He's like, okay, whatever. I just need to get my cousin back. Hurry up.
I've got a few ideas of how we could go about this theatre, possibly, but keeping someone in the basement isn't so common nowadays. We had below a theatre. That was a whole thing involving a guy who pretended to be a phantom. It was a whole shebang. That was an interesting case. I'm not gonna lie.
If it is at the same location as Cassie's last performance, that building is very large.
Indeed. I think the best thing is to try Douglas Medea's agency first and foremost, especially as that's the one with the most link. Yeah. Okay. Got some plans. You've got spells. Mirror. You're armed. Of course, detective. Fantastic. All right. Okay. That's what we do. I leave a note. We handle this. Sing a ring like this. Haven't done that in a while. And then she does just kind of do a stop check and just go, And Mirror finally stops looking at you, Chifley. There's just a very silent interaction of just a raised eyebrow and a very serene smile. He's been doing good peopling.
Oh my goodness.
Martha, beloved.
Right. Well, right. Well equipped. We're all equipped. No use delaying. Let's get to the door.
Right. So, let's introduce finally the last member of this team. Hey, Kraken, what's Craigory up to right now?
Hey,
Only an hour
I
later.
think for absolute best comedy, Linus said, all right, let's go, goes to the door, opens the door, and Craigory was about to open it. Almost walks straight into, might need to roll for it. There's something in his hand. It smells good.
I just have an image in my head of Craigory going to walk through the door, accidentally almost punting Min.
Also, thank you, Kraken, for being so patient with all of this setup.
Yes.
No problem. He's the most removed from this. He's just here. Surprise.
I'm also rolling something that amuses me in the background because Morpha has a habit of scanning people. If Morpha needs, she shall become the Chifley.
That won't cause any problems.
She's been committing identity. She won't, because she has manners at the same time. She's just like, oh, that one has shape.
Yeah. Don't out yourself as a changeling right now, Marco.
She won't.
How's a 14 do for opening the door, fully expecting to just stroll in and people are directly there?
I mean, I don't think you bowl
I
anyone
think
over.
it is such...
Yeah.
It is close. This is a house that's well trained in the art of get people out of the way.
There's a strange sort of pirouette situation as the brain clocks, oh wait, and he's kind of spinning on one foot, lifting a leg over Lynn, and then, oh god, there's another person, oh, and a third, oh, they're all right here, oh my god, the doorway is crowded.
Network is that the moment he stops with whatever is in his hands intact, there's a faint feeling of the floorboards just clapping together. Chifley doesn't understand it. Craigory, the house is totally... Network is absolutely going... Craigory's so good, very skilled. Out of 10!
He takes a walkabout, and then he probably reads the energy going on here. I could roll an insight on that. Wow. All right. Good job, my boy. It's a 12.
I mean, he doesn't not read the energy in the room, at least a little bit. It is cold in here.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks around and goes, is that frost? Anyway, looks like you're heading out, but back for the road. Holds up the
Craigory!
baggie.
Craigory!
Yeah.
Hi, Picnic. I didn't anticipate you today. She is coming over, just like she is weaving between the other two, and she has come up. Just you are getting a nice, comforting hand. What is her height to you? Probably the hip, the other side of the hip. Just
I was about to say.
she's not touching that side. She's not that callous. Just hey, sunshine. Yeah, we are heading out. Case, my love.
Bad time. Okay. Well, like I said, snack for the road.
It's appreciated. And she's just kind of gonna look back, and she can tell that Chifley is impatient.
Yeah, with a nat 1 on a deception, it's a painfully obvious fact.
Lynn's gonna take the baggie and she just goes. It goes into hammer space and just goes. I'm going to cherish this later. We are on a slight time crunch. I cannot believe the kidnappings. They happen so picking much. I'll be back later on. Okay, sunshine.
Anyone I know?
Not someone close to us this time. Picking gods. This is a case. Screw it. Girl by the name of Cassie. It's a case
Like-
that.
Like Trouble Clef?
Oh, Pick, you do know them.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, do you need an extra hand?
Yeah. Wait, this place is hallowed. One sec. And the door does close. I'm sorry, Chifley, but she just. Okay. Okay. Craigory, real quick. She does point at your other hip, and she's not saying anything, but she does just point at your hip and then point at her ear, just in a. Can they hear us if we say anything now? Like, we've done everything we can.
Craigory kind of taps amulet that's kind of sitting right on the hip. It's just looped there and gives a thumbs up.
Okay, final question before we proceed. When we step out, is Mother Pecker able to hear your thoughts or backtrack on anything?
No, not actively, and I don't think this has anything to do. I don't think they'd be interested.
Okay, I'm going to absolutely rescind that in a moment because friends of Thormavor.
Okay, well, that's exactly what this is for. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. We're going to keep all of this as classified as possible. Quite frankly, I'm really glad to have you. You are the best people I know, and this is fantastic. At least we've got someone I know and trust on this team. Notwithstanding you, Mirror, you're a delight, and we're happy to have you. That's the spirit. All right, got 4 of us. Okay, 4 of us taking on a criminal gang on this front. Okay, that's enough people. Snap of the fingers, the door opens. Let's go.
Yeah, speaking of, I think there's 2 more people on your
You
doorstep.
step outside.
Deck save time.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Deck save time.
Can I just say, there is something so comedic in the door opens and Lynn looks and just goes, son of a mother pecker.
We don't know what it is about Eenie, Miney, and Mo. They don't even have the lucky feet. It's just 20s. I wasn't at 20 the deck save.
That's your third today.
What the hell?
Amazing.
And trust me, this is gonna come and bite me in the ass later. It's only now. It's only in RP.
TOC like looks around there like Detective Goldie. And hey, it's Juniper's sketchy as hell roommate.
Yeah, Lynn is. Okay, Lynn in her head is mentally screaming with the "Oh, for fuck's sake!" She does not say that out loud. She's just here. It is very much the vision she has is just the case file she has on both of these people. Especially when Morpha turns around and goes, "Oh, the kidnapping ostrich."
Would it be out of line for TFC to perhaps roll an insight check on this this person that they've maybe seen like once out the window?
Which one?
Lynn. Although I guess they could just read the room.
You can probably read the room, seeing as these people are slightly armed to the teeth. Lynn Fawn has her axe on her back.
But it's like, oh great, we want in.
Okay. Craigory, you know this reaction very well. There is a slight twitch to one of Lynn's ears, which is basically her equivalent of throwing her hands over her face and screaming, "'Cause I'll come in!" But I don't think many of the rest of you are going to get it with a 25. It's just... And then she just straightens up and goes, "Hey. We have Icy Boy. We have my wonderful informant Mirror. We have Craigory, the wonderful picnic. We got a 3-headed ostrich who's apparently a kidnapper and a chicken. Well, it's Tuesday. Fine."
Okay, firstly, we're not kidnappers.
Actually, your
Yes, you
son
are.
did send us.
No, we bloody well not.
We didn't
Yes, you
kidnap
are.
him.
We gave him back.
It doesn't
You
count.
you have imprisoned me in a Tupperware multiple times.
Yeah, well, it never succeeded, so it technically doesn't count.
And secondly, it's not kidnapping.
Because you're an adult. That's abduction.
We're here to make sure that Cassie is okay.
Also, it's not abduction if you keep getting away, so...
Okay.
It is,
you
though.
realise You are saying this
Have you?
in front of a detective. I hope your pair can know, mate. I hope your mother pair can know you are saying this in front of a detective. We are going to have words later on, especially Morpha, kidnapping. Thank you,
It's not
Mirror.
kidnapping! We're not taking him anywhere!
No, we just put him in a box. We're not taking him anywhere.
They're just in the box. If you don't move the box, it's not kidnapping. They're just in a box.
I mean, you did take Rye to a secondary location. Mirror, why are you telling me this now?
To be fair, we were tasked to do that by someone.
Yeah, so it was actually part of the job. It wasn't
Okay.
kidnapping.
That doesn't
Okay.
make it better.
That actually makes it worse. I am losing your kneecaps later on, Mother Picker. But anyway, let's entirely skip that for now. You have been hired by Detective Stagehand. Whether you like it or not, you're coming along, and we're going to have a discussion in the debrief. Now, before this entire thing curtails into another hootenanny, shall we get a pick and move on?
Let's get out the door before anyone else shows up.
I would just say if this is a point where the scene cuts, you'll just hear a slight little. Don't take our kneecaps. We need those. We don't even have wings, mate. Come on, that's a bit cruel.
You're losing all your toe bones then instead. And
Can we please
how do we
focus?
transition?
Yeah, okay. So after an hour and a half, we finally got you guys out the front of the GM agency, which is I mean, it's an agency building. It's it's professional looking, nothing out of the ordinary. Got the big GM agency over the front of the entrance. Yeah.
I think this is a time where we roll perception.
Yes.
And
Chifley is too angry.
Oh, that's the wrong chat.
hey!
That whole kerfuffle was just too much.
Okay, I need to roll.
Oh, that was in the wrong channel.
Okay. Lynn rolled a dirty 20 and Morpha rolled a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
GFC has rolled a 22.
Do you want me to roll again? I did roll in the
Nah,
wrong
I'm
channel.
happy to take that.
I
just needed to check what it was. Okay. So that's a terrible roll, an average roll, and then some pretty good rolls.
Chifley sees bugger all.
Chifley, this sure is a building. Craigory, this sure is a professional building. I don't know how. The Wizard Guild probably has a similar sort of feeling building to this one. You probably get that very
Yeah.
very detached sort of business. We are professional, we don't get involved kind of feeling to the building.
He makes a face and a mumble, but also part of that was he doesn't know anybody else here. And he's in particular eyeing Eenie, Miney, and Mo and staying away from them.
Oh. Okay.
Unfortunately.
I don't blame him, but also.
As for the rest of you, the building, yeah, like for all intents and purposes, it looks like your average building. It like for professional stuff, it's a decent size. It's only one story. And it looks relatively new. Like only a year or so old, kind of new. And you can see that it's kind of hard to see anything much inside. Like it's got the like sliding doors out the front that you can enter by, and you can see a reception desk a little bit further in, which has a bored-looking person sitting at the front desk, but you can't really see much further than that. You can see that there are some cameras outside the building. There doesn't seem to be any inside the building.
Eenie Money Mo's gonna look at that. And then gonna look around at people and say, so, are we actually gonna go walk through the front door? Or are we like gonna try and find a back way in? Or we could just climb to the rooftop and go down? I mean, what exactly are we doing here, mate? You seem to be team leader at this point. Little Rye fella's mother? And they just kind of point a claw at him.
There is a look towards you three. Just at that, just a raised eyebrow of seriously. But in the she's internally going, oh fuck, I'm the team leader. Fuck.
Lynn, look, they're not wrong. You are the detective.
I mean, I am the detective. It makes sense at the same time.
Right. Pat on her shoulder.
She does actually she does slightly give you a headbutt as you're just like patting her. Just, yeah. Oh, that's her person. Right. Let's keep walking just because I can see a lot of cameras. As we're going, the door isn't a good idea. Normally in a small group, I'd have a mirror here to have a go-ahead going in, then go from there. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure ostrich, chicken, handsome toon, and then golden monkey and mirror here isn't gonna fly. So yeah, subtlety's out the window.
Well, now hang on just a second there.
And Eenie lifts up a finger. I think you'll find we can be very stealthy when we want to be. I mean, we are very large, admittedly.
But trust us, when we wanna disappear.
We absolutely can.
There's such a loud presence that when they turn it off, the universe just sort of forgets they exist.
Right.
We are practically unforgettable.
And the fact that you even think to consider to even entertain the notion.
Right. Before we have a whatever kind of bird fight that'd be. Honestly, you could probably sell tickets, but not the time.
I think that's explicitly illegal.
Yes.
Just a fight we win.
Okay. Well, front door's normally trapped.
I will say this is
I've got some-
ostensibly a like a legal business front.
Yeah, definitely a front, all right.
Exactly is it that they do here?
It's a talent agency.
Mm-hmm.
Let's audition.
Right.
I mean, didn't call that the talent?
Well, not a terrible idea. They
We're going to...
Oh no!
Oh my god. What does the zero mean?
Oh my
That is
god,
a
what
nat
does
one
zero
on a
mean?
Whis
That's a
save.
nat one. What are you going to do?
That's a Whis save. You mentioned talent agency. Eenie, Money, Mo. Back up. They look down at all of you, and they just say,
Right, alright, talents there what they want.
well, we got plenty of that, so
We'll run in there.
Oh god,
You know.
no. No.
Go for the talent. And you know what? You guys can sneak in the back or do something.
and they. You don't have to roll insight. Yes, they are also planning to be distraction, but also they do kind of just wanna do this.
And they say,
Oh,
right, is
no.
everyone in agreement?
Yeah, I think everyone's in agreement.
Yes, everyone's in agreement.
Boys,
And they-
I will help.
So they're going.
I will help the detective break limbs.
They're going. They're gone. Goodbye.
Oh my
They're going
god.
to the door. They're going.
All right.
They are extremely grounded when they get home.
Okay.
I'm just trying to
There's
think
the
what
normal
difference-
sort of grounded, and
difference
then
is
there's
there,
what
like,
they are right now.
Okay. I'm glad none of you know Spanish. Puta madre pendejo. Alright, well, they're running distraction now. Window it is.
And
Alright.
would you like me to? Oh, sorry. Let me. Never mind. Everyone keep
I
talking.
was gonna say, let's start with Eenie, Miney, and Mo. How goes this distraction?
Well, I'm gonna roll performance. They're gonna. Let me just see what spells they have, because if they have a thing, they might be able to do it. They don't have that. They don't have that.
As a jokey aside, while this is happening, there has been one moment where Mirror just like squatted down and went, Detective, you're using your swearing voice again in your head. It's very loud. That's a lot of creative swears.
Fantastic. Also, I shall give this to you guys, even though you haven't made it, because you have got one person in the building now. So here is your map.
Oh, map time.
Map.
All right, at least
There's a
as you
map.
can see. It.
There's a map. There's a map.
It's map
Okay.
time. Excellent. So
I will add this to the OBS so that our wonderful listeners can know this.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
fantastic.
okay. So I just rolled a hammer space. So as Eenie, Money, Mo are walking towards the door, you do see Mo kind of lean his head back his head disappears into the fluff of his body, and then it pops back out, and there's something in his mouth. And they walk through the front door, and as they walk through the front door, you see Mo throw his head back, throw something against the ground, and you hear a as smoke starts to appear. And now I'm gonna roll.
Good use of that.
Can I argue performance with advantage because of the drama?
You may.
Or... Thank you.
I'm almost tempted to say you can even have a D6 as Lynn's just going fuck it, but nah, you don't need
Yep,
it.
no,
That's
that
22.
22 is absolutely
Need it,
fine.
you were already out of range.
So, yeah, you make an entrance. Do you have anything you say when you make the entrance?
Oh, Candle. I don't know who is at reception at the minute, but the receptionist, whoever they are, looks up and there's smoke. And they're just coughing and wheezing because, man, that's a heavy smoke. And they squint as they try to peer through the mist and the fog of the smoke that's come up, and they see a tall figure coming, striding through. And that figure, boy, howdy, they are tall. And wait, those are 2 very long arms. No, those are heads. That's 3 heads. And you hear the clink, clink, clink. They are being purposefully loud here. And as the smoke starts to clear, they hear 3 voices ring out. So we heard you're looking for talent. And well, we thought, being who we are, we may as well apply for the post. If you haven't heard of us, well, pity's the more for you, because you've got talent in spades. Because, if you haven't heard of us, let us introduce ourselves. And smoke starts to clear just a little bit more, and Eenie, Miney, Mo have bent one knee down, one leg stretched out to the side. All of them are looking away. And then, one by one, their heads turn towards the receptionist. My name is Eenie. My name is Miney. And my name is Mo. And together, we are the Rescue Rangers! And ta-da! They just kind of, strike a pose. And unfortunately, they don't have prestidigitation, so they can't make any confetti. They would otherwise. But they are really striking a pose, man. They are putting in the effort.
Oh, fantastic. I will say, with the bit of an ominous entrance, the person at the reception was on guard, seemed to be reaching for something, and then we hear you're looking for talent, and they're just like, wait, what? And now they're just sort of standing there a bit like, Oh, you wish to apply, right? And is like, 1 moment, let me find the forms.
You do not wish to apply. You get one hand slammed on the desk. I think you'll find there's no need for forms. Just tell us who we need to speak to, and we'll show them what we've got, yeah? And they just they shoot very big winning smiles. Would you like me to roll persuasion?
Yeah, go for it.
Excellent. No, that was an equal sign. That doesn't count. 16.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's not gonna cut it. There's a, I'm sorry, this is sort of standard procedure. We need to figure out what sort of, work you can do and what sort of roles you are looking for so that we can tailor, our services to your specific needs. But I can assure you I will be with you every step of the way, and I can help you out with that 100%.
Every step of the way, you say. Good, follow us. And they're just going to kind of go through one of the doors. I'm going to roll D2 to see which direction they go. And they say, if you're going to be with us every step of the way, you're going to want to keep up, mate, because we don't slow down for no one. And they're off. Let me pin the map, by the way.
Yeah,
We should probably
yeah,
pin them.
give me a moment.
Let's pin that baby.
There's an ostrich loose in the talent agency.
He's never been in a talent agency before.
They probably have.
Like D2.
The gag, the bit.
No one knows what they're going to do,
Okay.
least of all the ostrich.
Of all the ostrich.
Look, that's where they act best. Okay, so they're going towards the right, so towards Dance Studio 1. They're heading down that corridor.
Yep. Are they going into the dance studio, or because the receptionist is like, wait, hold on, wait up, and
No, they're not going in. I'm going to roll perception because what they're going to do, they're just going to kind of strut around and make a very big loud nuisance of themselves saying, right, okay, so where exactly is the best place to do this sort of thing? Because, you know, we can do all sorts of things. And they're poking their heads in like different rooms and just kind of like being like, yeah, you know, we can do a bit of cooking. We can do like, well, we're pretty good with acrobatics and stuff. I mean, it really depends. Anything you want us to do, we can do it, mate. I mean, we don't exactly have, you know, we've been all around, mate. You just check newspapers. We're on many different newspapers. We've been around. If you haven't heard of us, that's not our fault. And I'm gonna roll. Do you want me to roll perception or investigation? Because I'm gonna try and check out as much of the building as I
either
can.
one. I will let you roll
Okay.
your choice of it. While we're doing that, let's head back to the rest of them. I don't know whether you guys have decided to look for another way in, or if you have noticed that there's no one at the front desk anymore.
Well, it seems direct.
Yeah, you know
I mean, the
what?
front
Fuck it.
receptionist is just smoke.
I will say,
Helps
at some point, this very small chicken has pulled out a full-size pitchfork.
Lynn is adding this to the decently sized case file she has in her head on this goddamn chicken. Can and will double talk them eventually, but she is just here, just. You have a feeling that if she could, she would be chugging the coffee, but she's never gonna get on that shit again. Just going, well, okay, door it is, I guess. Right, let's go. I gotta admit, ostrich, they definitely do distraction well. I'm impressed. Let's go. And she's just striding towards the door.
Chifley's at her heels.
Yeah.
TFC will probably not go in front of her, but they're bringing up the front. They're the meat shield, unfortunately.
Alright, so you guys are in the reception area now, and I'm going to roll off of your perceptions from before, so I'm sorry, Chifley, you still can't see much.
Just smoke.
But I will say, Morpha, TOC, and Lynn, you guys do spot, you do figure out the layout of this place pretty quickly. You can see that it sort of branches down to hallways on your left and right, and that there seem to be doors leading off of them not too far down the corridors, and that there are two doors just to the sides of you that seem to lead to fairly small rooms, and that there is also a little map to the side of the reception area, which has the map which is now pinned, showing where things are.
Right. Lynn is immediately done a sweep of the thing, found that map, has immediately pulled out of Hammer Space a little sketchbook, and without taking her eyes off the board, is going to take it down in a very shorthand so that they can consult it without ripping it off the wall. Different rooms could hold different places that you can go underneath. Want to keep our voices down? Sign if you guys are okay with a link up. Mirror can reflect some things to you all.
All right.
That will probably have to be one way on my part, but I'm fine.
Yeah,
The chicken signs.
You'd be surprised. It works. It works with sign. You know from experience.
They nod. And then they sort of stare at the mat fixedly and they go, Is it just me, or does a control room seem inauspicious?
It does indeed.
I will mention that like just out of character, since this might be knowledge that Lynn will have as stagehand. Control room and live room are generally the terms used for like people who are recording things. That the live room has got the like place to set up like orchestra and stuff, whereas the control room is like the place with the little booth with the that you see in the movies all the time, with the one section where you got the people with the headphones on and the mic in front of them, and then the area where the soundboards and all that sort of stuff are.
Lynn, the moment TOC did that, Lynn has kind of let stagehand kick in, and she has just rattled off that trivia because, hey, that is family. It's the family knowledge. She had that ingrained in her since she was 1 day old. One day adopted, already learning this shit.
I think without saying anything, Chifley's just going to go straight to the security. Stick his head through the door.
Yeah, Kraken had been about to say, what about the security? And then Chifley's already gone.
Yep. He's off and on his way.
All right.
Morpha's following. Morpha's following. She finds this one interesting. He's going to get that design down.
Yeah, I will have you guys roll me a new perception because new room.
Oh, it's not that much better. Chifley, you're really going to have to do better than this, mate. Dear. It's not a 6.
Isn't damn Craigory.
You did it.
Being 19.
Okay, Chifley, there sure be lots of electronics and screens in this room. There's no one in here.
He's a country bumpkin. He doesn't know this shit.
Craigory and TOC. Yeah, you guys can tell. It seems to be like it's not the highest quality. You can see the like that black and white, like no sound sort of video of the front area. And there it seems to be that the different studios rooms have security cameras in them. The like meeting room and offices too, but and the reception area, but nothing else. And it seems to be like pre-recording, like automatically recording everything, so that if someone wants to, they can scroll back through if they need to or anything like that.
Okay, so how obvious do we want to be if we figure out how to just pause this? Because I'm not my daughter. I don't know how to do that fancy looping thing. We could just pause it.
You can also see Eenie, Miney, and Mo on the screen, who has managed to take 2 people. There is the receptionist and someone else who looks like they were just like wandering around. You can see on the cameras that there is someone else in the meeting room area at the moment who has not been distracted by Eenie, Miney, and Mo.
I don't know if you could make this convincing, but could you just do a loop of them causing havoc over and over?
I mean,
Hey,
I could try.
Straight up, you guys are all going to have this little of mirror next to you. So, I can do that.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Ow. Sorry.
You alright?
Yeah, my cat is trying to climb into one of my nostrils.
No, kitty.
Menace to society. Please stay on my bed. Don't be on my desk. Go away.
Okay, and what's going to happen is straight up, Morpha, honey, you did not need to roll that high. This woman practically has a slight skip to her step as she comes in, and she looks over everything, and then she just absolutely goes to town, and she's looping the feeds in a way that is incredibly hard for someone to A, figure out, and B, undo. And she just over her shoulder just goes, "My partner, Smoke, he showed me how to do this. He may have there was an entire incident with some moon penguins and some counterfeit devices at some stage. It was a whole thing. But we learned how to do it. We took apart some things, and the detective said that we could keep some of it, so I learned how to do this.
Amazing.
Here we are."
You've cursed the workers of this building to have to see Eenie, Miney, and Mo on loop in their security footage. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Benny Hill music, please.
She's also. I will also say she has scrubbed the footage of the original these guys walking past the building. It's just for all intents and purposes. This ostrich just appeared out of nowhere and is now just here for hours.
That's their talent.
Their talent. They stick to you.
fantastic.
And the final thing is just Morpha just turns around, claps her hands, and it is the clap the hands to the side of your face. Just that was fun.
Amazing. All right. Yeah. So, you guys have done that. You don't have to worry about the security anymore. From the security cameras. Nothing out of the ordinary that you can see. You also, Lynn, since you've met the guy, you can't spot Douglas anywhere on the feed.
That'd be too easy.
Indeed. I almost want to say, do we want to take a moment and try and look back? I mean, it's his own building. They sometimes
You don't
forget.
need to sneak into your own building, so.
Exactly. If we can find out which room he was in last, and if he didn't leave.
I
Morpha?
have an idea, but I'm gonna roll an intelligence for Chifley if he idea.
I will say TUC is just vibing. They're like, security cameras are a thing? Cool, they didn't know that.
There's a chicken spinning in a security chair.
They're just like, they're enjoying Martha's work and just being like, that's nice, honey, good job. We appreciate you.
Morpha is wondering whether she can possibly recreate the design of a chicken.
Go ahead, sure, fuck with them.
Technically not, I don't think. Different size class.
Big
Now I
chicken.
lost my train of thought. Choo choo. God. I'll think of it. And then we'll speak back up.
Alright,
back.
then if we wanted to give you a bit of time for that, shall we cut back to Eenie, Miney, and Mo? What are you up to? You now have two people following you. Be like, please, sir, ma'am, mix, mix.
So as they're going along, they are just peeking through every door they can. So let me see, where have they gone through? So yeah, they've peeked into the dance studio and then the two offices and the dance studio too. So both of the dance, they've only stuck their heads in and had a quick look around in each thing, really. And as they've been going along, say, oh, it's Mr. for each of us, mate. We've all got different names. We did tell you in reception, Mr. I mean, we even said our names directly. We even made sure that the right head said the right name. So Mr. is fine, or just our names, really. I mean, the name's all we really need. No need for any prefixes or anything like that, mate. Just call us how it is. Because trust me, any like the Mr. nonsense, that just muddies the names. It muddies the waters, you know. Just say the name as it is. And as they're just kind of marching through, as if this is just their house. This is their house, their rules they're going through. It's, making sure all the rooms are just as they left it, even though they've never been in the bloody place before, but it's fine. And I rolled an 8 on their perception, and I know why. It's because Eenie just kind of, hang on. And they turn around
Oh,
quickly
no.
and they say, "Did you leave anything on in the kitchens?"
Oh no.
I'm gonna say that was where the guy who came out to like help the receptionist came from it, and they're just like, I mean, it is lunchtime.
The words lunchtime leave your mouth, random citizen, and you blink, and there's just dotted outline. Where they were,
Yum.
and you hear the as they run towards the kitchens, and you hear calling back towards you. "Oh, this is the perfect place to show you exactly what we're made of." And this is where I roll a few things. Firstly, I'm going to roll a Whis save to see if Miney can resist sticking his head into whatever the hell is cooking or left on the side, because he can and will destroy every food item he can get. It's a 15 though. So I guess, Candle, what's been, if you wanted to describe the kitchen or what's in here, or if you'd like me to roll perception.
Nah, I mean, it's a little, it's one of those, like, pretty standard, kitchen lounge areas that offices often have, you know, the table with the chairs around it, maybe a couch at the back, and then, like, the, bench that has a sink, a kettle, a microwave, and a fridge, along it, and currently, along one of the benches there is, been someone at work making a absolutely glorious several tier sub sandwich.
Enie's mouth is open and slightly drooling, but he has not gone for the sandwich.
Like Scooby-Doo style like Scooby and Shaggy style sandwich that's just laid out on the bench.
Oh no! I just feel like there's a and little sparkles coming from it as the light comes through the window and hits it just right. Oh god. You just hear, no one hears this, but Miney and Mo just go, "Eenie, easy mate, resist the temptation, we're here on a job." Yes, yes, right. We can have it later. Put it in our pocket for later, mate. Little treat. Once we get this all done, you can have that treat. Yes, right, yes. And they speak up a little louder and they shout, "So, just a little inspection around this place. Obviously, we need to check out the amenities, because if you've not got the amenities to handle our much talent, well, I mean, we might just have to go elsewhere. We know there's other talent agencies around here that could really use people like us, so we just want to make sure that everything we provide is obviously up to standard." And they kind of look around and say, "Do you not have any ovens or anything? Like, nothing like that? No ovens? You got a fridge, basic, obviously. You got biscuits and stuff. That's a kettle, you know. But have you not got like an oven or anything like that?"
And they go to say "sir," and then they're like, "Wait, this is..."
They forget which head is which.
Yeah, they have, so this is a office space. We don't have a full kitchen.
All three heads slowly turn to look towards each other, clearly radiating displeasure and disappointment, and just Eenie goes, that's a shame. We went to a couple of the other places and they did have ovens, didn't they? Yeah, they had they had ovens, they had like those little fancy coffee makers, like the pressing thing. Oh yeah, they had like a whole stove and everything, didn't they? They had, you know, they provided their own bacon and stuff. They had fresh lettuce and things like that. They even had a rooftop garden you could get your own things from. And as they're going around and muttering to this, I'm gonna roll a few things now, with your permission. Because they're disappointed at the lack of the stove. They're saying, "Right, so we're going to show you exactly what we got right now. However, I have to say, without the oven, it's not going to be quite the same performance. I've got to admit, but just imagine with an oven, this would sound so much better." And I'm going to roll a hammer space. I'm gonna ask, do you want me to roll for each head to pull something out, or can I just roll for one to pull
Just
out
roll for
an
one,
item?
honestly. That's fine.
Cool. Excellent. Miney, the middle head, reaches back, ducks their head into the feathers of the back, and they pull out 3 things, and they hand Actually, I need to roll another one because they're going to pull out 2 different things. Cool, excellent. And then they duck their head back in again and pull out another things. So the first things they pull out are 3 pairs of glasses, specifically sunglasses. And they hand them out to the other 2. I would like you all to be aware they're still wearing the helmets. So they're just putting sunglasses in front of the helmets, and they just kind of sit at the bottom of their beak where the helmet kind of forms. And they just sit there, and then they reach back and they pull out 3 items. They pull out a trumpet, a fanfare trumpet, like one of those with the little banners hanging underneath, and a vuvuzela. And they pass these out between the 3.
Oh my god.
And they look at the 2 people who are watching this, and they smile and they say, now. And they reach a hand towards the microwave. And they open the handle door and they say, now I want you to listen to this. And I want you to tell me this is going to rock your socks off. And we're going to hear.
I can't believe this. Please roll another performance at advantage.
I love you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. The joke just landed.
I was going to ask, if I roll high on the performance, can I also roll a persuasion to see if I can get them into it?
Go, yeah, okay. That's
That was a 22.
Yep. No, they're pretty into it. I'm gonna roll another thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, yeah. You have also successfully attracted the final person in this area
God.
to see what is going on. You have all 3 of them now engaged in your performance.
Wonderful.
EMM gets hired the game.
By the way,
Can I roll a persuasion?
go for a persuasion.
Sorry, go ahead.
You may also roll a perception or investigation.
Well, those are the same. So let's see. 16 on persuasion.
Actually, I
and a
can.
17
It's
on
12.
perception. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
It's Ein.
Yep, no, all 3 of them have gotten into the performance. The receptionist is still sort of standing there a little bit gobsmacked, like, okay. But, the guy who, first came around is just, like, starting to do that, like shake to the side, sort of, and bobbing their head like, yeah, this is pretty good, and the other guy is just like, it just pokes his head around, it's like, what on earth is going on here? And then is slowly being drawn into the room as well, like, wow, what?
He probably also hears the ding, 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 ding of the microwave being open and closed.
Yeah.
That's important to me.
Oh my gosh, it's so much better with a microwave. I love that.
With that 17 perception, so yeah, you can't see anything. I mean, okay, you spot all of the food in the room.
Taking note of that.
Yeah, the fridge is also full of like a bunch of different meals and stuff. Funnily enough, more than you would expect for 3 people. Huh, that's a little weird. And the other thing you notice is actually on the guards or the people here's uniforms. They look pretty standard. You can see some sort of like security card clipped to their belts.
Okay. Interesting.
And while you decide what to do with that information, let's cut back to the group in the security room.
Faint serenade in the distance.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I will point out that they can see all of this on the security cameras.
They've looped part of it. They've totally made sure there is one safe on,
Oh yeah,
on Eenie Miney.
So it's just like
in
this
case
looping
of
GIF.
went
you
down.
looped the recording, but you guys can still see what's happening live on one of them. That's just not being recorded currently.
I like to think that they've got, a good 6 seconds of it, let's say, as an arbitrary number.
I love you.
I do finger guns. Anyways.
Okay. I remembered what I was going to say. And Chifley's going to he's going to be looking at all the different feeds of security to see if there's any cameras that are pointed at anything slightly odd, to like at a corner or something like you would expect the camera to be pointed at something, but it may be to the left or something like that. And he is going to verbally say what he's looking for just in case I bungle this roll again. So
He who investigation.
Who investigation? All right, Morpha, Lynn, have at it. Hey,
I'm using his perception, not investigation, because the fire is so much better.
I'm so sorry, Vwild. Every time you say Morpha in your accent, I hear Arthur, and I'm just like, wait, huh? Oh, wait.
all right. If you
More
like, I can.
taken on author's identity.
Oh, I put it in I rolled it in the gallery.
She
I
wanted
added
the
my
chicken. Instead, she went a step higher and went, I shall be the person who plays the chicken.
Yeah, so that's what Chifley's just sort of leaning over, looking at all the different screens. There might be something. A camera pointed somewhere strange.
All right, hang on. Let me
Why
take a
did I
look.
write 11? That's not doing.
Give me 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail so I can get A. All right, Lynn, you didn't need to, but Van Dab. All right, this is Lynn and then Morpha.
TOC, would you like to roll at all?
God, so Craigory got the highest.
Yeah.
No, they should. Again, this is investigation.
Yes.
Yep.
Great.
If TOC rolls low, it's because they're watching the GIF.
A 10. They're spinning in their chair.
You are watching the wonders of Eenie, Miney, and Mo while spinning in a chair. So every now and then you just come back to the same 6 seconds every time.
I'm sorry.
It's a terrible.
Chifley and TOC, no, you don't get anything out of the ordinary. It seems normal to you. The other 3 though, it's not easy to spot. It's just a little bit weird. Like you probably would have passed over it on the first couple of glances, like, yeah, no, that seems fine. But this does seem to be a camera pointing towards the hold on, let me just bring up my map again. The storage room near the bathrooms down the back.
All right.
I mean, if you're going to keep someone,
And there is no footage in the storage room.
sus.
Incredibly sus. Okay, that's our area of protocol.
All the way in the back. Good thing. Looks like everybody here is elsewhere.
Yeah, they definitely a performance. Gotta remember that for future. We can work that into something. It's on the other side. Okay, so we gotta be careful, especially if that guy is poking his head out. mean, if
No.
he's poking his head out and he notices. No! Mirror, mirror, look at me. No livers. Fine. Good.
By the way, they're all in the kitchen
Right.
now. You guys would have seen him poke his head out of the meeting room and then walk past and into the kitchen lounge area where the others are at. So I will get you guys to roll stealths when you go past the kitchen, but you will have advantage on that.
Sweet.
Nice.
Okay.
Time
Cool.
short.
Okay, let's
Come
get
on,
moving.
guys. Chifley.
Nat
Dude.
20.
Excellent.
What
It's
in
a
the
group.
fuck is this? Okay.
It's a group
Yeah.
check. The monkey might be helping, seeing as that was a nat 20.
Oh, Lynn might need to.
Kraken.
Don't forget, you guys have
What did you-
you guys have advantage on this.
Oh, advantage. Yeah, please, because I got a nat 1.
Okay.
A 15 is a 17 is far better.
Yes. Good.
Thank God.
Yes.
That was a 60. Okay. Well, the party's certainly being carried by Morpha and Lynn.
Nice.
This is their job.
Yeah. It's
Oh. Chicken.
I like to think that, like, TUC is actually being carried.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's straight up as you guys are leaving this room, there is almost a shift in how Lynn goes from Lynn to Detective Stagehand, and Mirror goes from this is fun to okay. We're on this now.
13's not awful for Chifley, but at the same time, like, he's not built for stealth.
Yeah.
And he's very cold. He's still freezing the it's like
Alright, so checking, what were the maximum rolls everyone rolled?
13.
Nat 20s both times.
Plus what
10.
for
17.
for your two Vwild? What's the modifier on those nat 20s?
Nat 20 is a nat 20 plus 5 for Morpha, and for Lynn it's a plus 7.
Right.
So 25 and 27.
Just give me a moment to do some maths. Actually, I can use Dice Parser to do some maths.
Oh, we're getting an average?
Yep.
God, this is just like calculating uni grades.
Oh god.
Shiver down my spine. Don't you swear at me with your mathematics.
Alright, and then that's divided by 5, so that's about... Oh god, my math brain is not working at the moment. 18.
I know that one. I know that one because I've done this. 18.4. Rounded down to 18.
Nice. So, 18. Which is higher than all of them that I rolled. There is one of the guys, I think, who's just like, it's gotten a little bit colder in here. That's a bit weird, but is immediately brought back to
I
the...
have an idea for that.
Can I say, if he starts to be like, hey, it's a little cold, Eenie Money Mo, just shout out, then shake yourself a bit more, mate. You're not getting into it. Really give it a go. And they just start getting him into it.
Can
Okay, Lynn is remembering this guy in the future.
at some point could TUC like eye Chifley and roll a hammer space?
Go for it.
Yes.
Excellent. They pull out a horrible homemade anima sweater, and they just sort of like shoot it over your head, which is a little bit uncomfortable because it was knit for a chicken. However, yarn's stretchy. It's fine. And those who know her will notice Juniper's handiwork.
Oh,
And they're
my
just like,
God.
that's alone.
my dude, I don't know that that chicken-sized sweater will get over his head.
Toon, logic.
They're
The arms are like past your elbows.
they're a barbarian. They'll make it fit.
That's so
I
threatening.
just this image is
I think I'm gonna have to roll to protest.
go for it. Contesting rolls, please.
You cannot protest.
Oh, what am I rolling to contest this?
Okay. Okay. I have got one thing. Author,
Yes.
you had the chicken being picked up. Would you like help from Morpha for this?
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
please.
Yeah, grapple contests. Oh my god.
I would
please.
love that, actually. That would be phenomenal.
You have
God damn it.
You have help action. Morpha is getting the vibes off of this. He's in
All
stuff.
right.
Besides,
I can't believe this party is saying that Eenie, Miney, Mo, the disaster's here. Focus. Focus, children. They're doing their job.
yes.
I look at the DM. Would that be a grapple check?
Yeah, TOC roll athletics or strength. Chifley roll me either an athletics or a dexterity to get out of it. And Morpha may roll
Oh, I could use a plus.
you may roll either athletics, strength, dex, to assist.
It's just the barbarian advantage on. Oh wait, she took the health option. They already have advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You're gonna need
Good,
it.
because that was a nat one.
Uh,
Oh
no.
hell.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I want to say you got it like over his head, and then and then you lost your grip on him, and he's like moved like shuffled to the other side of the room, out of your reach.
It's like an infinity scarf. They'll take that.
Yeah, he's going to yank it off, and he's going to take a very deliberate step away from you and shoot you with glare. And you can actually see more of his hair was white before, but his skin was skin colored. But now it's started to be crackle over with like ice and snowflake sort of things, as his skin's starting to turn white. And he just sort of shoots you a glare, rolls his shoulders, and starts walking faster. It actually gets colder.
Okay, that's why one of the guards picked up on it. I'm gonna say this happened in the corridor on your way there, and that's not going to mess with your maybe that's why you guys got such low stealth rolls for part of it.
There's just a slight scuffle coming outside the corridor.
TOC, beloved, you cannot do this to an ice elemental. It's not gonna work, bud.
They're a chicken, they don't know.
Also, they want that fucking sweater back. That was a gift, you ingrate.
Oh, he's not kept it. He's sort of tossed it back at you.
The
My God.
disrespect.
Oh god.
You
Anyway.
assaulted him with yarn. Also, he's still not in a great mood.
Okay. There is gonna be like Morpha is gonna get serious again as the detective does just look behind her and raise an eyebrow. And yet, no, you TOC, you're being carried. You're being carried. It's just okay. Probably a little pat on the head, just not in a condescending way, but in a you're being stealthy now. Okay.
Angry chicken in your
There's
head.
not a lot of non-condescending ways that you can pat a 60-year-old, but sure.
God.
They subside nonetheless.
Right, so it's into the storage closet. Just one final check. Just those three are doing great, and then just Lynn, probably just to cover their tracks. She does have prestidigitation. She will be warming the place back up after they leave, just getting rid of any ice, and then just closing the door over.
Very good, very good. Eenie, Miney, Mo, is there anything you would like to do, before the others end up in the storage closet?
Well, firstly, I was going to ask, did Eenie, Miney, Mo notice if there were locks on the doors in this place, like specifically to the kitchen?
There have been no locks on the doors.
There normally is.
At the moment.
Okay. Alright.
So it's eeny, meeny, eeny, miny, mo. I keep on always saying eeny, meeny, miny, mo. There is not a fourth head.
You're so valid. You're
Okay.
so valid. Just call them M if you struggle, man. It's okay.
All I keep getting in my head is the mental image of something I've seen done, because there were some real wild times in university where you get the broom. Broom is the best thing to wedge a door. There was an incident. We don't talk about the incident.
Except for
They
when you
know
do.
what they did.
Let me just check something.
Yeah, basically, for all like everything you guys have seen so far, this is a normal, legitimate business.
Okay, excellent. If that's the case, you said they saw someone, probably the security person with a security key, right?
All three of the people in front of you have these little key cards clipped to their belts.
Okay, cool. They are, whilst they have been doing their performance, they have probably been urging them to like take over and be like, right, you right there, yes, you've got the remit, come on, right, okay, you're taking over the microwave, and then they probably try and persuade one of them to take over the microwave role of ding ding, and then they probably look at another one and say, you're doing fantastic on the tuppers, mate, really shake your hips on it, and try and urge them to really get into it. And they probably one by one like put a couple of their sorry, also you might hear dog noises in the background.
You're all good.
And they probably put two of their trumpety bits away, and only have the one. And they would go up to the last person, and they would probably hold out. They'd lift up one of their claws and gently grasp them by the chin, and then turn their head to the side, and then turn their head to the other side, and they say, "How long have you been working here, mate? Has it been a long while? Because you seem to really be you seem to really have a vibe about you."
You get the around your claw.
Sorry, mate. And they just kind of slowly unclench the sides of their jaw, and they just put one of their talons underneath the chin and just turn it from side to side. Ollie, could you move your bum, please? Thank you. And they just kind of like, so you seem like you've been around here quite a while, mate. Would you say, would you say you think maybe you've picked up a couple of things from this place, right?
I am going to need you to roll a persuasion if you're going down this route.
Okay, I will try. Let's see. I don't. Sorry, give me a second.
All good. While we're waiting on Dewp, you guys have made it to the storage closet. You know what that means.
We're in a new environment.
Environment.
Chifley's doing better.
Right, good.
Also, respectfully, my beloved partner has been in the lounge asking if we've taken a break, and it has been about 2 hours.
Yeah, I've been keeping track of
Damn,
the time.
has it?
I was
Wow.
hoping to get just a touch more before taking a break, but we can take a break now if you guys want.
I'm easy. Whatever.
We can do a little bit more.
All right. So, yep. Okay. Cool. Craigory, this is a storage room.
Hi. It sure is.
Hey, look, there's a mop and a bucket. And I think those are instruments stacked up on the other side, and oh, there's a cleaning cart there. That's kind of cool, I guess. It's very cramped in here.
Because everyone just yeah. It's You thought this looked promising, but this seems
Everyone else, this room, like from the map and everything, and what you've been able to see everywhere else, is shallower than it should be.
Fake wall. There's a fake wall somewhere.
It makes sense. Craigory would not grok there as a fake wall.
All right. So, do we have any bright ideas for getting this open, or do I pull out the old barbarian lockpicks and they hoist their weapon?
Um,
Wait, hold on. What are we opening?
Chifley's just going to straight up cast detect magic to start with.
There isn't not really any magic. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to word this. You don't get any like usual magic, like oh no. Well, we'll deal with that in a moment. You probably get a little bit of so you don't get any there's no illusionary magic, there's no nothing to suggest that the wall is magic. It seems like a pretty standard wall, even if you are aware that it is that the back wall is open somehow. That doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be a magically unlocked wall. There does seem to be a little bit of magic around, like a bit of like transmutation magic on one side, which suggests like maybe it like slides into the wall when it's open without like going into the room next door or something like that, and a little bit of warding magic.
Okay. Chifley's just sort of lean back slightly and frown. There's definitely wall.
I have dispel magic.
Right.
Are we
Anything I should target?
Chifley doesn't know sign, so I don't think Chifley could understand what you're saying.
Oh my gosh! No wonder that they're like at loggerheads.
He's got no idea.
TUC rolls their eyes and
flailing at him. He's like, oh.
pulls out a notebook and just repeats it. They're so good. Never mind.
Sorry,
They're fine. They're fine.
Okay. If they've been using this and it's not magic in kind, then that normally means that there is a non-magic way of doing this, which, quite frankly, is very skilled of them. Because in this day and age, everyone turns to mages. If you can't detect something directly with magic, that's very smart on hiding something. Spell magic on any alarms might be useful. Morpha? This is Mirror. This is your speciality. Because yeah, Morpha's a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Chifley is going to point out where he can kind of get the vibe of and the transmutation.
Yep.
Yeah, I will say the
I
transmutation
roll-
is. You can probably put together that the transmutation is probably on the opposite side to where it opens. If it slides.
Mhm. I have never done this before in my life. I would like to check traps.
I actually don't know how that works, so
Imagine.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I've never done it
I don't know actually
before.
what you roll for this. Is it an investigation particularly to find traps, or
Let's Google.
I know thieves' tools are used to pick locks and disarm traps at range. That's one part I know. I gotta admit, I'm not going to lie. I always wanted to say I check for traps, and now I get to.
Let's see. Attempt a wisdom perception check against the traps DC.
all right? Yeah. So you can roll perception or investigation. I will say.
Okay. I finally got to check for traps. Okay, that is a +6. That is a okay, Morpha. You are really good at this. Delightful. Delightful. That is a 19 +6.
Nice. Okay. Yep.
25. That, according to this little chart that they've got on this Roll20 page, that beats all the different trap types DC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fine.
Wow.
You do find the lock on one side of the and yes, it is a fairly regular lock. It does seem to have an electronic component to it, but it is a physical lock. And you are able to find the warding glyphs that surround it. That suggests that it's that they might go
Okay.
off if it's if you don't use the correct thing to open it. You don't know what the
This
wards will
tune-
do.
This tune just. She's one thing you will have all noticed by pure passive perception of how long you've been around her. She has not blinked once the entire time you have known her. She just comes forward and she does tilt her head to one side as she's inspecting all of this and just goes, Craigory, right? That's your name?
Yes, that's me.
Good. Warding charms here. I'm about to try and disable this. It is electronic. Oh, I haven't seen one of these in a while. Oh, this is cute. This is really cute. They've really tried here, haven't they? Bless them. This is child's play. Anyway, warding on it. You want to dispel it when I give the go-ahead, and I'm going to have fun. And she looks like, honestly, this tune looks quite old, or not old. I don't quite remember the exact age. You'll have to back
no.
me on this.
In at least her 40s.
Yep. But she looks like honestly, the best way to describe it is little girl at Christmas who's also a criminal. As she's just basically going to go, this is fun. And she's just going to basically give a signal when she's ready for him to disarm the wardings and absolutely go to town. And okay, Morpha, honey. Yeah, this
All
is
right.
child's play for her.
Meanwhile, for dispel magic, depending on the strength of the wards, there is a DC check.
No,
Do you want me to quickly screenshot that
I
in
do know
Candle?
dispel magic. I know it's anything above 3rd level is dispel magic. I'm gonna
Yep.
say I don't have any exact warding spells I have in mind, but I'm just gonna say they're fairly basic ones, so you're not gonna have to roll
Nice.
a regular dispel magic will work here.
Nice. He does that.
She just goes 3, 2, 1, now. And she rolled a fucking nat 20.
Yeah. Okay.
God.
Teamwork.
There's a click, and the door slides back, and there are stairs there.
Chifley's going. He's not waiting. He's gone.
Right. I would like to check. How are you doing? Have you managed to get your computer working again?
Don't know. I'm on my phone at the minute, but yeah, I don't know. I still have access to my character sheet, but yeah, yeah, I should be able to do it from my phone.
Alright. Do you want to I'm assuming you're attempting to meet up with the others. My plan was maybe to get that and then take a break. What would you guys like to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Lynn knows message, so that's an option.
That's
straight
true.
Straight up,
So does-
Lynn trusts in Mira implicitly to get the job done. So while that was going down and while Craigory was being drawn in, he has just pointed in the direction of Miney and Mo and gone, okay, sorry, break room past the bathrooms. That's where we are. Pick your exit. Be Stella.
Yeah, okay. I am going to need you to roll a persuasion though, Dewp.
So what Eenie, Miney, and Mo were going to do, they were going to try and coerce this last person like into a dance. And then try. I don't know if that would be a persuasion, or if I would be able to roll off of what I got earlier. And they were going to try and sleight of hand that security pass thing off of them.
I'm going to say you will need to roll a persuasion and a sleight of hand for this, but I will give you advantage on both because you've done a fantastic job up to this point of keeping them all entertained and absolutely oblivious.
Okay, so let's roll persuasion first. Sorry, this is gonna, because I'm on my phone. It's gonna take a while for me to type things out. I'm really sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Right. So 14 on the persuasion.
All right. Okay. I suppose I'm gonna roll then.
Huh.
Well, that's a nat 1.
Okay.
Well,
Yep, no, that works. You have managed to successfully convince, to persuade the person you're talking to dance. They're actually blushing and stuttering a little bit, as you're pulling them in.
For flavor, there is, so I don't know if how much anime anyone watches, but it's as they stare down at this person, it's like you get like the flowery background, and it's like a few sakura petals float past them, and it's like dashing knight in literally a knight in shining armor looking down and offering. I mean, they did have like a claw underneath this person's chin, and they just slowly pull that back and then hold out their claw in a care to dance kind of manner. Which is probably what sweeps them up.
Yeah, the other two are just like, yeah, go for
it! And now I do sleight of hand. Let's see. Can my fingers actually do what I want them to do, please? Did you say I have advantage on this as well?
Yes, you do have advantage on
Okay, thank you. Oh my phone hates me. I switched to my phone and everything goes tits up.
I mean,
Excellent.
that's still enough. I'm going
well,
off of their passive perceptions here, which are 12. So,
oh, shit.
God's
oh,
bless.
we've lost the do
Oh,
again.
boy.
But
Oh, that didn't sound good.
we have Eenie, Miney, Mo have the card. And do we want to go on a 5 or 10 minute break?
10 minutes,
I'm
please.
good. I'm good for
Yeah,
either.
10.
So 10 minutes.
10 minutes sounds good. Everyone, stretch, water, food, whatever. I'll see you here in 10 minutes.
Sounds
you.
good.
Just going to let you know that we're going on break. I am back.
Hello.
Are you having fun?
Hello.
I am here to say yes, I am having an absolute delightful time. I finally got to say I would like to check for traps.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm a little bit tuggered out. I'm flagging more than I would have liked, but there's a lot of cool people here, and the sweater thing did not turn out the way TOC envisioned, but the player, I'm just like, yes, good.
Shenanigans.
This game has been a lot more shenanigans than I was expecting, but I shouldn't be surprised given who I've got as players.
Tunes, tunes, tunes.
I don't know if Dewp is back yet. That looks like that's a yes. How are people going, by the way? Because we have been running for 2.5 hours.
I can go longer. I can go a while longer.
I'm good.
If author's flagging on that one, just bless. Okay, the mental image of a tuckered out chicken just gave me life.
I do have to say, maybe a little unfortunately for author, logistically, I cannot do a part 2. There's no time.
Yeah, I think if we needed to do a part 2, it would have to be July, correct?
Yeah, probably a Saturday night. We'd have like 2 I guess we'd have a couple options. Point is, if we want to do a part 2, it would be in July.
Yeah. There is probably still a fair amount left to go in this. I don't know if we are, if author's starting to flag now, I don't know if we're going to get through it all today. But I am happy to keep going for a bit longer if you guys would like to continue going for a bit longer so that we can get further.
Get as much done as we can.
We've almost found the Cassie, presumably.
Indeed.
I mean, you've made it to the 2nd level.
Haha.
I'm just going to send a random thing to you, Candle. Just give me 2 ticks.
I am okay if the part 2 needs to take a while to get to, because I mean, it's taken a while to get through to this point anyway. I started this ball rolling in December, so.
Oh wow.
And I could probably have a sleepover at my brother's house if it needs to be at stupid morning over on this side.
Yeah.
Although that doesn't necessarily help you any, Candle, because we're in the same time
Yeah,
zone.
I can, if I have enough warning, I can get around it because my working schedule is pretty flexible. But I do need warning on that.
My concern is just Dan and Oat,
Yeah.
really. But I could go and hang out at my brother's house.
Please.
I do apologize.
Yeah, bye-bye.
No, author, it's all right. You're not the only one. I'm fucking wiped, but that's going to be pretty much any Saturday we play.
I gave you a hug, bud.
This is just shit happens the night.
This has been shit happens the game.
But also, I hold author and Kraken incredibly gentle. If y'all need to do that good, chunky self-care, go do. Please.
I've got 2 whole days to self-care. That's tomorrow.
Alright, if we're all back and we're ready to... Are we going to continue for a little while longer and see where we get?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
I'm happy to do so.
Indeed.
That's good by me.
Yeah.
Author?
I'll be alright.
Okay.
Okay.
In that case, welcome back. Dewp, you managed to steal successfully the key card, and then you cut out. So
Oh, that was when the fire alarm decided to go off. Things are happening in my house tonight.
I pat you.
God bless you.
I mean, look, Eenie, Money, Mo do well. I do not. Those are the rules. They take my luck. But yeah. So they're gonna try and stealth out whilst cheering on. Right, you lot seem to you are really all into it, mate. You keep stretching your legs and you yes, bang it out, and they're just eagerly getting everyone hyped up, and they're going to try and pass the other person to another person and have them just have a boogie and like, right, you lot are stellar. You actually, you know what? We're going to go get your camera. We got to record this. This is amazing. You lot are the talent here. You know that? We should absolutely record this and send it to your boss. It's be fantastic. And they're just going to try and get themselves stealthily out the door.
Yeah, I again roll with advantage. Partially because you've just done a fantastic job of keeping them entertained, and partially because let's speed this up a bit.
Yes, I'm so sorry. When Eenie, Money, and Mo are involved, things take a while.
Nah, this is good. This is absolutely fine.
Man, you know how I said
22.
You know how I said that? Look, I have a 22. Yes, they were rolling higher than this late. It's my phone, man. I don't know what's going on at the minute, but yeah, 22. They get away.
Yep.
I presume.
Yep. You heard everyone else, and you guys are at the top of the stairs. What would you like to do?
Chifley's going down. He has his spear out and he's going down.
They're gonna try and reach forward and pluck him by the back of his collar. Because they're like, mate, that's not, you don't even know where you go. Like, you know, I get you want to go where you want to go, and yes, we're worried about her too, but you can't just go charging off without even a light or a plan. And they just kind of reach forward, and they're going to try and pull Chifley back by the collar.
I'm not going to bother rolling his strength, but you are going to get a very growled, put me down.
All right, enough.
Mates, look, mate, get it. You're angry, you're upset. Guess what? Being angry and upset, like right now, you can't let that take your head, mate. This is a mission. You got to get your head into the game of the mission. You can't let yourself get stuck into your emotions right now. Use it as a fuel to get yourself where you need to be, but don't let it take your head. You need to keep a chill head, mate. And you seem to be chill in most other areas, so how about you internalise that a little bit?
Put me down before I reduce you by the number of heads you have.
All right, enough.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you just said.
That's fine. Chifley's not very loud anyway.
Something reduce you by the number of heads if you have if you don't put them down.
Put me down before I reduce the number of heads you have.
Yeah, okay. Lynn is going to Detective Stagehand is going to step in here now. There is a hand reaching up to I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah, just it very much is a put Chifley down gesture, and she is just looking at you, Chifley, just we stay together. I know. However, as detective, I also know how this goes. Stay in the middle.
After you, then, detective. And he's just going to make a sweeping gesture of, go on, hurry up.
Yeah.
Been very patient up until now.
And Lynn's going to give a quick glance around just to the others. And then she does... There is a gesture that she does at Mirror. I don't think any of you would get it, because it's not traditional sign language, but she does just do this single gesture with her hand. And then just tap her forehead. And Mirror suddenly just gets a very blank expression on her face, and then just nods and is falling into step, just a step behind Detective Stagehand as she starts going down.
All right. So
Cool.
yeah, you guys head down the stairs. And yeah. You end up in a like it seems to be so it's downstairs, so you guys are now in a basement level. And it seems to be a fairly similar size to where you came out. You can see the door up ahead, and there are. Hold on, let me just bring up my notes. Five suits of armor lining this room.
Oh, excellent.
Oh.
Oh, boy. Oh, joy.
Yeah, what would you guys like to do?
I think Chif's just gonna do another detect magic. That's what Chif's doing. Ding! Oh, he's probably still got it up, actually.
Yep. Anything else you guys would like to do?
Yes, it's 10 minutes.
Craigory, Lynn's lifted her other hand towards you in basically a sign for get ready if you need to cast peck in magical bullshit. Because you've got the spell magic.
Uh-huh. He's got one more of that.
Yep.
I think PFC would like to rage just in case.
All right. Are you guys okay? So, are you guys doing anything else, or are you just getting ready?
I mean, Eenie, Miney, and Mo rolled perception, but that was a 7.
I would like to say that Lynn and Morpha do it, especially as Morpha gets to check for traps a second time.
Yeah, and Chif's still got detect magic up.
Yes,
so.
I just would like
Sure,
to
PFC will-
do all at once. So yeah, that's why I was
Fair
like,
enough. I'll also roll him a perception.
all right. So you guys are rolling
Better.
perceptions.
Yep.
Nice.
Holy shit on a bike, Lynn. Okay, Lynn got a 25. Wait, no. Yeah, Lynn got a 25. You got
Nat
a
20 for
19.
PFC.
Chicken.
Nice. The chicken perceives.
Chicken.
Oh my gosh.
Where is their girl?
Oh. All right. I'm sorry, Craigory and Eenie, Miney, Mo. Nope, you can't see anything. It's a room. Those are some swanky suits of armor, but there's a door over there. The others though. So I'm gonna start with Chifley with that detect magic still up.
Mhm.
There is no magic on the suits of armor. However, the weapons they're holding
Mhm.
are magical, but they actually don't
Okay.
seem to be active because they are connected to the wards that you guys disabled on the door upstairs.
Oh, splendid. Good.
Hmm? Oh no, sorry. I was gonna ask, does Chifley tell anyone that these things are magical weapons?
He probably will, but I was going to wait just for Candle to finish.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
The other thing you guys get with the obscenely high perception checks that everyone other than Craigory and Eenie, Miney, and Mo got is that you guys also can tell that the armor is some sort of trap. You also notice there is something off about the floor in front of you.
Right. Lynn is straight up, since she's taking point, does raise an arm just very much high enough that it's not going to make someone slip, trip, and fall over her, but just high enough to make sure no one steps on that.
Yeah, and with that nat 20, I'm gonna say, TOC, you can tell this is a pit trap. It doesn't take up the entire floor. It just takes up the section right in the middle. So you can walk around it absolutely fine. But if you didn't know it was there, you would probably walk straight over the top of it.
Fun.
I don't know, can you roll something stupid?
I mean, as Lynn raises her hand up, I kind of want to roll something for Eenie, Money, and Mo. Go on.
Do it. There's a barbarian right here ready to do this.
Oh god, yeah, no. Oh fuck. Lynn, roll me a strength save.
We're asking the barbarian to roll a strength save.
Please do.
Okay, that is a
Just
19,
in case.
It's a 19 plus something, a 19 plus 8.
Well, Lynn, you hold your hand out to stop anyone going past. Suddenly there's something very heavy sitting on your arm.
Oh god.
It's Tuesday. For one iota of a second, Detective Stagehand suddenly remembers being Pom-Pom holding out her arm and her Uncle Reggie doing this exact same thing. She looks impossibly tired in this moment before she puts the mask of Detective Stagehand back on.
Hang on.
So yeah.
Right. Pit trap ahead. Oh,
Weapons
wow.
that those suits of armor are holding are magical, connected to the wards. They'd likely come alive and attack. We tried it on the way in.
Right. We'll need to be careful on that. Possibly, no, I don't want to risk it. I was about to suggest scratching the glyphs out so that as we come back they can't attack, but I don't think that's a smart idea.
Can we make a quick suggestion? Eenie, Money, and Mo look down and then look back at you all and then look down and say, well, they won't attack because you disabled something, so why don't we just take the weapons? Because they are magic, right?
They're also trapped.
Indeed.
Yeah, but...
The hard part on these things is that they've normally got two wirings. It's something activating and then something directly interfering. We do anything to them, it likely won't turn out. But it was a real good idea.
They just kind of sag. You feel the weight sag a little on your arm as they just visibly pout. And their necks kind of shrink a little bit back into their body as they just kind of...
Cool.
You look like you've got a very sulky three-headed parrot sitting on your arm.
The size difference between the two of them, it makes this very funny.
Right. And she does just like do this slight roll of her. This is buff monkey. This is very buff monkey. You cannot like. This is impressive, and it is also she has muscle. She just goes okay. Full trap as well. We want to get around that. DOC chicken, right? You've got good eyes on it as well. You think it goes around the whole room, or do you think we could skirt around?
Author?
Oh, sorry. One more time.
Right. Lynn does just turn to TOC and go, you know what, I'm gonna paraphrase it on this one, just the chicken is probably looking just chicken. The pitfall trap, you got eyes on it as well. Go all the way around the room, or do you think we can smuggle ourselves around the side?
They look at the rest of the group. It's I'm not even sure how they'd make this call.
In TOC's mind, throw everyone down the hole. Profit.
Basically, like it's if it was just them, they'd brute force it. If it was them and Eenie, Miney, and Mo, they might still brute force it because they can be knocked around. That one's a barbarian. They look at Craigory, a wizard. They look at Chifley, a moody teen. They look at Morpha, no idea on that one.
You do know that you can go around it. You don't have to trigger it.
We can just scoot.
I think probably circumspect is the best way here. However, perhaps we should put some people who can take damage, sort of book ending the ones who can't.
Right.
Eenie, Miney, and Mo immediately jump off of Lynn's arm and try to take point.
Eenie, Miney, and Mo can't tell where it is.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Like, no, you are grounded for this done earlier. Back of the line.
They're ignoring you. They're not even looking at you.
All right. Lynn's seen that and just gone, okay. Eenie, Miney, and Mo, as detective, I think, quite frankly, you three are great at bringing up the rear on this one. We need someone to cover our bases. We don't want
Please
someone
roll me a Could you roll me a persuasion with advantage?
That is a 15 plus 8.
Neat. Okay. They look down at you, and then Eenie very pointedly looks at. Actually, Miney very pointedly looks at TOC as Eenie replies, "Of course, you are the team leader. You do know best. We'll take up the rear point." And they just walk very happily, calmly to the back.
TUC does a shrug. They don't know what they're looking for. It's like if they don't want to respect their authority, that's fine. Has been living under their roof for a while, and do you know whose roof it really is? Juniper's. You want to disappoint the puppy grandma? You go ahead, my friend.
Oh my god. Okay. We got that trio at the back. Spellcasters in the middle. And Mirror just gives a nod, just still a step behind Detective Stagehand. Possibly just steps a little shuffle step back closer to be like with the squishies. Just you'll see. Bavarian, right?
They do a nod.
Also pitchfork. Right. You take point with me. I got hit points to burn nowadays. Well, I say that. Did fight a god. Let's go. And she's now just starting to shuffle around the edge. Just, yep, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you guys roll anything because realistically, it's not supposed to be hard to get around because this is a main entranceway. It's just supposed to trip up anyone who doesn't know it's there.
I would also like to say at that comment, they say, "Oh, you know, I fought a god." You're just gonna hear like a, "Wait, hang on. What do you mean you fought a god?"
Hang on, you're going to need to explain that part in particular. We're going to need details on that part.
Maybe later.
No, not later. We're going to be walking down a dark tunnel for a long time. Explain to us about the god fighting.
It's okay. I'm going to give you guys your second map because thank you for that segue.
Yay! Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, so people are just straight up living here.
Yep.
Oh.
Can I just say, I find it amusing just the amount of bathrooms this place has above and below surface.
Look, you can never have too many bathrooms, okay?
It would be inhumane.
Yo.
Oh, sure, that's the humane thing here.
Hey, gotta have good working conditions for your employees.
Gosh.
Place of a union.
They have a union, yep.
And if they don't, Eenie, Miney, and Mo will inspire them to.
So yeah, I will say you guys don't know any of this stuff, but I'm giving this map for you guys for reference. So you guys are currently in the area with the stairs. You have made it past that section, so you are currently at the entrance next to the bathrooms. And Morpha. Morpha used telepathy, I'm guessing.
Morpha is going to use it the moment they come into a main area. And yes, because the telepathic feat is using the thing to try and figure out who's near.
Okay. I don't know. I can't remember exactly how large this area is, so it's not going to get the entire place.
30 foot.
Yeah, okay. It's not going to get the entire place. You can tell that there are definitely there are 4 mines you can sense in the sleeping quarters area, and then I'm going to say another 2 you can tell in the kitchen lounge area, and you can't sense any further than that range. But everyone's minds that you can sense is here of their own free will, working guards sort of people.
And so you're all just it's quiet between you all because on Detective Stagehand, the moment you guys got closer, did do the entire hand gesture of be silent.
Actually, this picks
and
up
then
thoughts,
just out
right?
of
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll get to that information in a moment, but yeah, you can continue what you're saying.
And then there's just very quietly from in the midst of you all, just 4 and 2. I believe they are sleeping. That's cute. 2 in the kitchen. They do some active. I can't sense anyone. I don't believe anyone is charmed. No, charmed has a different feel to it. Right. We're not. These aren't the people we're looking for. Not yet. Give me a moment. And yeah, what was your thought? Give me the thought.
So I was gonna say that you can pick up from the thoughts of the people. So the people sleeping, you're not getting much from them. They are sleeping. The 2 in the kitchen, you will get that there is something. You probably do get a bit of a layout that of the map that I'm showing you. You get that don't go in the laundry. There's a lot of activity currently in the staging area, and Douglas is busy in the control room with that on that.
It's straight up. Morpha does get incredibly quiet as she actually just nudges her way slightly to the front and is whispering this to Lynn. And then, with Lynn's approval, is leaning back to the others and saying everything again incredibly quietly. This one can be whisper soft. It is slightly disconcerting how silent she is.
So it sounds like the staging area is of interest.
Indeed. They normally have somewhere to hold people here. Perhaps if they're setting something up, might be some activity there, but I don't know. Major areas of guest play. Right.
I mean, well, what are we waiting for?
Let's get the show on the road. And yep, quietly as they can, I'm presuming the group is just going to gently try and scoot around the kitchen lounge.
Yep.
Hang on.
Hmm?
I'm so sorry. You said kitchen lounge.
Oh,
I'm so
God.
sorry. Oh,
Okay.
oh my god.
so sorry.
Can I suggest something?
Uh-huh.
Morpha is reading surface thoughts
Uh-huh.
of everyone
Uh-huh.
because she can't turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
When she gets that the food bit,
Mm-hmm.
she is outright just going to stare at you. And I am going to roll intimidation if you like.
Please do.
Right.
Absolutely, please do.
Okay. You know in horror movies how there's the person who does the unblinking stare and it's so unnerving it shakes you to your very soul?
Oh boy. Oh gee.
Yeah.
More beloved.
Morpha has, in essence, just directly turned her gaze like that towards you. No word. No words. Nothing of the sort. Just her. And that is a 23.
Okay.
Nice.
You see the head on the left, who seems to be called Eenie. Their head was tilting towards their beak was pointed in the air and started to turn towards the kitchen lounge area. And then as they kind of passed over you, it froze and locks onto you. And slowly the head turns away. And you yeah. Nope. They are they're not gonna go that way. Absolutely not. Nope. Mm-mm. They are on task. Yep.
In Mira's mind, I've done as a detective artist. I've been keeping us on track. Doing good at people skills today.
Morpha is doing fantastic. I will also say, as you guys get, you guys are moving around to the staging area, and I'm gonna say with Morpha's abilities to sense where people are, I'm not gonna make you roll any stealths to get there. I'm gonna say you guys are successfully dodging the people around.
Can I
Yep.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, can I roll a general vibe check insight for Chifley listening into the soundtrack?
Yeah, go for
Seeing
it.
if he picks up anything in
Go
particular.
for it. While you're doing that,
On, Chif.
I will also
Yes.
say, Morpha, you are beginning to pick up the thoughts of someone in the staging area. Ooh, okay, that's a 25. Um, Chif, how often have you come across okay, the vibe you're getting from this place is like the build up before something climactic.
Oh, yeah, he's heard that one a few times. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Bodes well.
He's walking faster. Like he's got his spear out. And he's like, oh gosh, we're running out of time.
Yeah, Morpha, you are picking up. You're beginning to pick up. You're not close enough quite yet to pick out any thoughts. I'm gonna say, but you can feel You can feel the presence of someone in the staging area, and they seem incredibly sad.
Mm.
I believe we found our victim. And she is pointing towards the place.
Ugh.
All right.
Also, the staging room door is locked.
That has never stopped any tune in their god tab.
Before anyone decides to kick down the door or anything equally as dramatic, Eenie, Miney, and Mo pause and just they're gonna check if any of the security bits or any of the key bits they picked up would be able to unlock this thing stealthily and not with a dramatic entrance.
Yeah, you
Oh my god. Who are you and what have you done with
you
him?
hold up the card to the door, and there's this little beep and a green light, and yeah, you guys can enter the room now.
Nice.
Ooh. If anyone wants, they can roll an insight on Eenie, Miney, and Mo because
Oh, God, someone's dying.
who's dying?
Kraken?
Kraken.
Hi, I'm good.
Pat you so gently.
Sometimes I can still hear Kraken's voice.
I'm still here. I'm still alive.
You
Oh,
are
good.
still alive.
Oh, good, because you are the beloved and you have one of the wonderful voices, my fabulous sibling.
Ah.
All right. I am going to roll insight. Also, Candle. Would you let me know when you think about a minute's been up since Morpha started casting?
Yeah, it's going to be soon, but not quite yet. I'd say once you guys get in the room,
Yeah.
that like the minute will be up. I'd say it took you guys a minute to get from the stairs to the staging area. So once you get in, you'll lose it.
Indeed. Especially as you're all being stealth, especially as it's like stealthy with speed because you know where everyone is. You can roll insight on Morpha if they'd like, of when we do that. No pressure on it though. Insight. Plus 6.
I shall do so once anyone else who wants to roll insight has done so.
Okay. I've got insight for Lynn.
Awesome.
Morpha, I think she has to because she's literally keyed into everyone's brain at the moment. And that is, what's your insight again, my love? What is your insight again, my love? Oh, it's a plus 9. And that's a 23 for her, so yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh wow.
And that's 150.
No.
Well, Kraken.
Hold on.
So Craigory rolled 159.
Hold on. Give my hand a moment. Steady now. Have a 16.
Okay, but I do love the idea of Craigory immediately looking at these three and just connecting on some level.
Vibrated onto another plane of existence and saw all. That's what my hand did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
Goodness. Okay, so let's see. 16, 17, 19, and 23. Okay, so 16 and 17. You're all gonna get that as you look at them. When you first encountered them, they were kind of loud and exuberant and vibrant. They kind of took up quite a bit of space. If you look at them now, you can see that they're still large, but they are somehow more compact. It seems like the exuberant energy they were, exuding before has been reeled right in. They are crouched down. They're not as looming. The long stretch of their necks seems to have shrunken back in more like an S kind of shape. They seem to have gone from bright and loud and colourful to some kind of stealth mode, quote unquote. Lynn and Morpha. Lynn, with a 19, you can tell it seems like switch has been flicked. You can probably, actually, this probably does make sense to you because it's kind of how you go from Little Lynn stagehand to the detective. It's job. It's how you go from this is a fun little jaunty ride to this is a job. This is a serious work mode. And that seems to have been flicked on in Eenie, Miny, Mo. Morpha, you get a little bit more tastiness on that. It's not just that it's a job, it's a personal job. Maybe you kind of get this kind of thing from Lynn every now and then, but this isn't just a serious job, this is a serious personal job. They can't afford to be loud and abrasive and all out there. They can't afford for this to fuck up. So they're putting that aside and they're getting into their skill set in as best a way they can. And they're putting away the exuberance and they're pulling out every skill set they've seen. Like, you can kind of tell in their brain as well, because they've gone from loud, messy, chaotic. They're all reached a sort of equilibrium upstairs. And yeah, that's it, essentially. They've gone from silly fun, dorky bird mode to very much ready to do what they have to and utilize every single skill they have to make sure that this goes the way it needs to go. And I'm done. I'm sorry. That's me done.
Morpha gets that incredibly well. She kind of wishes she didn't get it to this higher degree with how her brain is going right now. But yes, she has seen this in her detective.
Alright, if that is, if that's that there, then, yeah, the door is unlocked. What are you guys planning on doing?
Take a peek. Scooby-Doo.
Yes, honestly, Scooby-Doo peak.
Pop, 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 pop,
Alright.
pop. Who's the tallest here? Is it M?
It might be,
Yes.
yeah.
We've
God.
got we've got the chicken on the bottom. We got the monkey. Morpha surprisingly is abstaining from this because this is when I'm saying that her detect is going to run out.
Yep, fair enough.
How tall is Craigory?
Craigory is 6'2".
Okay, it's taller than Chif. So, chicken, monkey, Chifley, Craigory, M.
Yep,
In that order.
Yep, did...
We fill up the entire length of the doorway.
Sandwich between birds.
Fantastic. Then, Morpha, did you want... Vwild, did you want to say what Morpha is up to right now that her detect thoughts has gone down?
Ooh,
Yep.
doorbell.
Doorbell. That is not what happens. I don't know if anyone's going to pick up on it. Yeah. It's not so much that the spell fades, it's that Morpha physically can't push herself to do this any further, and so there is just there are the hands either side of her head on her temples, just putting all of this back away, because too many people's thoughts, this is sensory overload.
Mm-hmm.
The surface is loud. The surface is very loud, and there are so many people thinking so many things all of the time. She wants to go back home.
Yeah. Oh.
It was quieter back home. Underground was safe.
Oh, I love her so much. We'll wait a couple of moments for Whis to get back before I describe what you guys see in the room in front of you. And then Author has let me know that they're really starting to flag. So after I give the description of what you find inside, I think that will be where we leave it for the day.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
Yep.
Talk about another day. You are so valid and we love you.
Thanks. Sorry about
Honestly, this is probably the best for me as well. I am.
No, we've been running for a while.
Oh
and
god, the
my
light is
time
bad.
zones aren't that great.
I'm back. What I missed?
We just got a little bit of insight on Morpha, as the detect thoughts dropped, and then I'm going to describe, and you guys get a fun picture as well, and then we're going to be leaving it there for the day.
Oh.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So
Morpha's having some fun sensory overload.
yeah. So yeah, you guys peek around the door into this room, and it's a decent sized room. It's similar to the similar in size. Only Eenie, Miney, and Mo will get this, but it's similar in size to the studios upstairs. So it's like it's not. I mean, it's still a room inside a building, so it's not massive, but it is a very large room, and most of that seems to be taken up by a contraption in the middle of the room, and in the center of the contraption is someone a fair few of you will recognize, and I am going to post the art.
I'm ready to scream. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Godson.
Okay.
It's not said aloud, but holy peck and heck.
I'm just gonna roll Chifley a Whis save at disadvantage straight away. Okay, that was both 12s. He's keeping
this in
his
the
cool.
recording.
You know what?
Recording
Craigory
audience.
also needs to roll a whiz save, quite frankly and honestly.
Externally, he's fine. Internally, not so.
Everyone is fine.
You know, why?
How many nat
Why?
20s do? How many?
I don't know. At least 4 or 5, I think.
I think it's 4. I think it's 4.
Yeah.
15 ain't bad, but Lynn, there is a hand on your shoulder and it's squeezing.
Lynn's
Yeah,
hand.
Eenie, Money, and Mo seem unfazed.
Lynn's
Chip
hand
seems phased, but
Yeah, Craigory,
He's
you're getting a
resisting
hand
the
squeeze
urge.
back.
like Chip's skin is completely turned white, and his hair is turned white, and his eyes have turned white, and like there is ice building up on the shaft of his spear, but he has not just burst in there with a war cry. To his credit.
Yeah, so congratulations guys, you have found Cassie, and I think that's where we're gonna leave it for today.
Next time we destroy a machine.
Yay! I'm gonna. Man, this can go so many different ways. I can't wait to see how we screw this up. And by screw this up, I mean completely wreck the joint.
We are going to wreck this joint. We are going to blow it sky high, and we're going to arrest everyone in this building.
Fantastic.
You better
Hell
hope
yeah.
the rest of them before Chifley gets to them.
Alright, well, I suppose in that case, I am. Do you guys want to say goodbye to the recording so we can stop and let some of our absolutely wonderful players get some rest?
Go to bed.
Yes.
Yes.
God. Bye.
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 Goodbye, everybody.